was a time where hip-hop culture and geek culture were at odds, clashing over dominance amongst society on who deserves the right to be considered best. The great culture feud lasted for decades with no end in sight, until one group decided enough was enough. Deuces, Lib, Bacardi, and Didge, collectively known as Geekset, stepped up when the world needed it and became the only place that blends hip-hop culture and geek.
All right, man. Welcome back to the Geekset Podcast, the only podcast that blend hip-hop culture and geek culture together. I'm your boy Deuces in the building. With me, I got my man Bacardi.
Oh, I switched the camera, too.
Yeah.
What up, everybody? How we doing today?
You can go ahead and leave it on me, because I guess who's about to come back in anyway? Yeah. It is your boy Didge. What's happening, people?
Look, he hyped. Why you so hyped?
Because I'm hyped today.
You got the spirit of Lib in your
No, I'm just hyped today, dog.
What's your nickname?
I'm just Didge. If you know me from a long time ago, I don't know about many names. People done called me Fury before. People done called me Kid Blaze. I done called Digital D. Going through everything. We just gonna keep it low key, and I am Didge.
Didgeridoo.
Never be called me didgeridoo.
What is a didgeridoo?
It's an instrument, dog.
It's an instrument.
What?
That's what I said. Like, Didge plays a key instrument in our life. It's the didgeridoo.
Don't try to make it metaphorical.
It's the didgeridoo. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what he played. Oh, look at that. Now I'm playing it on thing over
Right. How y'all been, man?
I've been good. I didn't realize it's been 2 weeks. I ain't gonna lie.
You don't feel like it's been 2 weeks?
It don't feel like it's been 2 weeks.
That's because y'all live in the studio at this point.
Yeah.
You and Bacardi here.
I'm kind of here a lot.
You and Bacardi here more than it. Well, I don't know. Lib been here a lot too. He been recording.
Did I see you last weekend? Maybe because I saw everybody last week.
Did you see everybody last week? We were all together last week?
It might not have been together, but it could have. We went to Chicago last weekend.
I didn't see. I haven't seen Bacardi in 2 weeks.
Oh, we was up at the studio after that. That's why.
We went to when we went to
Chicago.
Yeah.
Chicago, yeah. They catch the dispensary action.
Yeah.
They're very nice.
Great thing. They was geeked about the geek shirts.
They was.
Don't be coughing in the geek shirt, fam.
It was behind it.
You're supposed to be vaccinated. You can't be coughing no more.
Bro, I literally just took the hit. I'm sorry. That's you get the week off. You're gonna get that.
Who was getting the people at the dispensary?
Yeah. Like, as soon as Didge is definitely a walking billboard apparently, because every time somebody would just like, geek, what is that? What is that? I'm
but I had it ready to go. It was locked and loaded.
What was your spill?
No, hold on. What I want to say though, before you start this spill, that I've noticed that Didge got a shuffle when he get ready to get to it. That he put his hands together, like. So it's like, cause I was gonna say it, cause I was like, it's my shit. And then I kind of looked over and Didge was like, hold on. I'm like, okay, nigga, you got it.
I literally just say it's the geek. It's our flagship line for the Geekset Podcast, the only podcast that blend hip hop culture and geek culture together.
Yeah,
literally, that's what it is.
Yeah, I mean that's what it is.
So
it just flows good because with the bounce.
Yeah, it was like he knew though. We just catch you walking up, and then when the dude was like, "Hey, what's geek?" He was just like he got an extra like the Deion Sanders I'm like, and it was cold though, because it was like, and I'm trying to get ahead of this to talk. His bop just slid in. Like, I looked over like, oh, this got it. Like, all right, like
you wanted a promo with some bop in it.
Yeah.
I was just trying to be a good walking billboard and make sure they got all the right messages.
I mean, he didn't want to say that everyone's been actually been stopping him about it. Like I haven't really got stopped in the geek area, but Didge said Didge has the flowers and the purple,
the purple and pink ones. I get stopped so many times. Just what is that? Where'd you get that from? And I always goes. It's my flagship line. Yeah. I do definitely say my flagship line.
I bet you do.
I mean, it is. I'm one of the 4 owners. Y'all not with me. If y'all was with me, I would say it. But it's my flagship line for the podcast, Geekset Podcast. Go through the whole spiel. Yeah. Just be ready.
Oh man, I love it, fam. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I think
that's been your vision from day one.
I think we found something. that definitely represent what Geekset really is.
I really like this line.
We always say it's like, this is what you geeked about. Yeah. So it's like,
is this This isn't the official launch.
No,
I think this might be the first time.
Yeah, this is the first time we talked about it.
Yeah,
because people have been we've been sitting. It's been on the show.
Yeah,
we've been, but this is the first time we talked about it. Yeah. So I mean, yeah, it's definitely from the mind of my mind.
You still didn't give me my roses yet.
We definitely just found them. So I mean, that does
you found
become yeah. We found Didgeridoo. He played a strong
instrument. Don't call me.
He played a strong instrument in my discovery of the flower design.
To be fair, I was very selfish in that because I was Googling and I was like, ooh, those cool. I thought I was gonna get the red and black Jordan. Yeah. And I was like, ooh, those would go perfect with that. So I found those.
Yeah, he found this perfectly. It's perfect. You know what I'm saying? So that I gotta order that in. And that's going like I definitely it feels weird that like my first like because it's gonna be like the geek line of just like a regular geek shirt like we did, but the exclusive is gonna be literally like a flower collection. Like
not always
floral patterns though. People love floral patterns.
Yeah, fam. Like I didn't think people did. Like I did. That's why I made it. One
of my most favorite shirts. It was and there's a photo. There's a photo of me because I did a show in it. It's this all black shirt with nothing but roses all over it. That's all it is. Just rose patterns all over it. But it was the coldest shirt ever to me, bro. Like, I thought that shirt was so fucking cold.
I had this chick, she was trying to tell me about it. She was like, oh, you like the floral design. It's free and open, ain't it? I just like how it looks.
Free and open.
I was like, I just like how it looks.
It's like running through grass, I guess. Yeah.
Like, I don't know how free and open it is wearing this shirt.
I'm geeked on flowers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, but no, yeah. So yeah, I like the idea, fam. Hopefully we kick it off. It's gonna kick off soon to be really like launched and everything. We're gonna really do an official thing with it. But I think Geek is definitely especially for y'all. Anybody who says like, I think Geek really really represents what Geekset is.
Yeah. I think so. I mean, it gives you that mindset of. I guess it goes back to that when we were talking about a geek point. Everybody has something that they're geeked about. Yeah. Everybody has their geek point. You're geeked by anime, you're geeked by
right. So whatever you just geeked on in general, like what what I'm saying. And that's what I said is about being geeked is about really just being extremely passionate about something that really is like what is like major to you.
I told you, I really want the shirt that don't be happy, be geeked. I want that.
You know what I'm saying?
I want that on the shirt because that's what it is. Don't just be happy, be geeked.
Be geeked about it, fam. Like don't you know what I'm saying? Don't be happy to tell somebody what you got going on.
I forgot that I made this.
It's the Shaq.
It's a meme.
The Shaq meme.
But no, this one I made a meme. It says piano plays. You ain't got to say too much from the look in your eyes. I can tell you wanna fuck.
The Shaq memes of that singing face is
hilarious,
exquisite, fam. Because they always are spot on. But no, yeah. I mean the weekend. I mean Snyder Cut. I mean we were. I was chilled. I had to work a lot, fam. This was. I feel like for one, is it me or is March taking fucking forever,
bro?
March slowed,
bro. Know what it was, and this I'm telling you, everything has been slowed down or hectic ever since daylight savings. Ever since we lost that hour. Ever since we lost that hour of sleep, shit has been wild.
It was also that was right around the time the pandemic turned 1.
Right.
So I think that's what it was. Everything was just sped up to that, and it was just like.
It's like, dog, I feel like this. I'm like, dog, I just feel like this one is taking forever.
Right.
And I'm like, I don't know if I felt like that last year, but this year it's like it's been very hectic. So like this week was a very. I tried to watch a little TV and shit out there, but I was really just working. This was a very hectic week.
I mean, if you on our Patreon see some like the behind the scenes stuff, that was majority of my week. I was like, I want to get that put together, so that way now we can go into the testing phase, and that way now we can. Their ideas, but now they can get planned out, put to fruition. Patreon can see it. We can polish it eventually. The public will see it. Yeah. So,
and I just been working on mad PR shit. Like I've been reaching out to so many editors, bro. Like it's crazy how many editors that I found that I reached out to. I'm talking about from the New York Times to Vibe to Vice to BBC. Like I just been reaching out to people, right. Chopping up and pretty much putting them on notice on Geekset. Talking about putting on notice, we do need to celebrate and also salute Dipset. So
18 years.
18 years when they put out Diplomatic Immunity, man.
Whew,
and
that's an adult now.
Yeah,
just turns an adult.
Right,
smoke some cigarettes.
You can vote now.
Get a fresh pack of cigarettes.
So
go to war.
You can go to get bingo. You can go to bingo now.
Right.
So to respect to that album, what do you remember best about that album? I guess for you, like when you think about that album, what comes to mind?
Jesus, you just put me on the spot.
I'm glad he said you.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, I'll go first.
I'm glad he said you.
Because here's the thing, like even though sampling was a big thing around that time,
that's really
that came out. That was prestige sampling, and the Dipset movement took off so fucking heavy at that point.
Because like it really wasn't a song for me. That's what I'm saying. Like because I feel like you're trying to put me on the spot of like this, like a song.
No.
But to me, it really was just a move. Like that sample heavy change. Like I mean, I still think that Kanye was in that era. That
he was.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Because you got to figure that was right around when.
But it was like, but that
College
was like an
Dropout came out later that
sample.
year.
Like I was doing beats during that time, and it was like to me hearing like those, like how it was to me that was simple, that was easy.
College
Like,
Dropout came
but it was
out
like
03,
niggas
right?
was.
That was later that year.
I think
College Dropout.
Yeah, because I think
College Dropout came out 03, right?
I think so. I think all of that came out around that time.
I feel like it was 03.
Because it had to be. If it wasn't later that year, it was early the next year.
Next year, yeah. I feel like he came out. I want to say I feel like he came out early in the year.
It was later that year. It was
later.
It came out February 10th, 2004.
So early the next year.
Yep.
That's also what I'll say. Like I feel like he came out early.
So that
in the
means
year.
then probably Through the Wire, all of that had already started blowing up.
That's because like Just Blaze was rocking heavily, Kanye, and then it was the Heatmakers. They was those. That was the three.
I remember getting the Heatmaker sample pack at FL Studio. I used to try to remake so much shit.
That was always the funniest thing to me because it was like the sample pack really just had the so you could literally make like the song.
You could really when they had they had the full I really mean it, and I'm like, no, I could remake this.
You could remake
and I definitely tried.
But I wanted to ask you, Bacardi, because me and you probably have the same similar history from Cameron, Horse and Carriage, and then all of a sudden this Dipset movement comes out of nowhere, out of the blue, like.
I mean, but I feel like
that reintroduction to Cameron.
It was definitely rich because I mean the Cameron. To be honest, to me, I feel like the Cameron that we knew from Horse and Carriage is what Cameron had to walk as that Cameron for us to respect Eminem and his style. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like Cameron, I think
because Cameron used to be a tongue-in-cheek rapper,
over the top.
He used to say some wild shit.
But I feel like that's where some of the later jokes on Cameron came from. It wasn't the Dipset era Cameron. It was the early. It was the early one.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So I mean, that's what I was like. I feel like so. I mean, but when he got in the Dipset, then had and kind of still brought that, but way more. Like this nigga, he turned it over the top, and what I'm saying, like the whole Pink and everything. Like I think that reemergence of Cameron. I really want to know what really changed that. Like what really like.
Jim Jones said it was him. Jim Jones said when he did an interview, I think it was on the Joe Budden podcast, he was talking about it. He said, we all knew Cam was like that dude, and he was always going to be that dude. So, like, I remember, he said he remembered vividly, Cam had one time, like, had rocked some Pink, and he was like, damn, you need to embody that. Like, he was like, because we knew Cam was the flagship person, and we knew that what the movement that we was creating, that was going to be that. And so he kind of pushed him to it. So it was like, it was Cam's idea, he had wore it, but it was Jim Jones that told him to lean
with it, like stay into that.
Lean into that.
But I mean, because I mean, that was even if you took the old Cameron, that Cameron's like that style of dressing or whatever, that still is the same Cameron.
The fake HP commercial with Cameron.
Yeah.
What? You never saw the fake HP commercial?
Like the computer?
Yeah. Dog, I'm gonna show you that on break.
Yeah.
Like, dog, like that fake, because that's always like inevitably. Obviously, there's other moments of Cameron I always remember, but it always just comes like, hey, remember how funny that commercial was?
I remember.
But one of the reasons why I wanted to make sure I highlighted it because our very, very first episode of the Geekset podcast mirrored that album.
Right.
Like we used that.
I was gonna tell you to redo it for this one.
Oh, I can.
I mean, that would be pretty slick. That would be pretty slick. I mean, we'd have to be talking about it. So, I mean, yeah. That's what, like, when I saw, like, and it was like, and the fact that it's, like, literally, like, the same cover 18 years later. The fact that it came back out, like, you get to see it again.
Yeah.
Uh,
And
realize it was, like, fam, that was, like, now it was like 3 years for us. Yeah. So it's, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so now it's, like.
anniversary.
And what also makes it super dope about it, I was like, what I didn't even think about, because at that time, we talked about a lot about Marvel, and it was us and Stan Lee.
Yeah.
And so like that was crazy, just kind of like embodying like our very, very first geek episode was honoring such a dope ass person.
I mean, we got slapped as a bitch on that episode.
That's the one
that was pre me, so I was not there for that episode.
We told that story. We talked
a
about this story multiple times, but Bacardi went missing.
He did not play a stronger spin to that in that episode.
That was pre my days. I was still. Actually, I ain't gonna lie. I don't think I listened to that episode fully.
I don't think you did. I don't think
no one did.
A few people did,
but I'm saying I know I didn't.
I know. I distinctly remember.
We still got to do that for the Patreon or something. We still got to go back and just live react to our first episode,
bro. That's
it's
the fact that I just went to go home and went to sleep and everybody thought I was gone.
Dog, yeah. That's matter of fact. I do remember. I know I didn't finish it because. It was pre when I was on it and like listening to it now as we get drunker. So this is funny because I'm remembering it. But at that time, like you said, we were drier. Y'all were drier.
Yeah.
It wasn't as what it is now.
That intro was
NRA as
podcast.
it was definitely NPR. Yeah, it was NPR's a bitch.
Like we was so like I feel like it's really like, 'cause you know I've been pretty much doing our, like when I kind of mimic you forever. So every blue moon, like, and I did a lot on my Snap.
Yeah.
So every blue moon when I'm on my Snap, I'd be like, I just randomly be like, oh, this was the memory. It'd be like one of our podcast days. It'd be like I didn't find a couple of them when we were still on the table back at, you know what I'm saying?
The table, yeah.
Like, dog, like, so it's like, and that's what I'm saying. You definitely hear like, fam, we was quiet.
It was quiet.
I went back and listened just as certain as the evolution, even as like got more recent episodes, and it's changed a lot.
Oh, yeah, we're ever evolving.
Yeah, so I mean, I think was the first episode the one where was your first was that the first mistake too?
Nah,
the Japan thing.
No, that was like episode 3 or 4.
Was that 3 or 4?
Yeah.
Okay, we just got drunk. We didn't make any mistakes. I think on the first one.
I'm sure we were structured and shit. We like,
we definitely were trying.
We had structure in it.
We was trying to put some shit together.
See how well that worked out. That shit devolved.
Yeah.
So, quick question, just to wrap up the Dipset anniversary. Favorite Dipset song?
You didn't ask fam about. Did you do your part about?
Oh yeah. When Diplomatic Immunity came out, what do you remember from it?
So at that time, I was obviously younger than you guys, and I was still around the time where a lot of the music I listened to was basically passed down from you guys, or passed down from you and Streets, because it was a lot of, I couldn't go buy these on my own.
Right.
So I was like, whatever, y'all got me. So that was, I do remember this when I finally had a computer. I was starting to like form my own music taste, but it was like, it was weird because it was like, I still fuck with this even though it wasn't my own music taste. It was like, this shit's still cold. Like,
right.
This is my taste. This ain't just me copying my brother and my cousin and shit.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah. I mean, that's only like when Dipset came out. It was like I enjoyed them as a group coming out, because I mean it was like Jim, not Jim Jones, but Jules. Like Jules,
this was
when I heard Jules on Dipset in general, like just introduced, like that was my introduction, like really to him. It was
what part of their style did you implement? Everybody did something that Dipset did. Like whether it was the Rockstar belt buckles, whether it was
Rockstar belt buckle,
whether it was
I started wearing pink.
The American flag.
I ain't gonna lie. That was when I remember.
I didn't do the flag.
I remember going to middle school and I'm thinking like, niggas gonna clown me. I don't care. I know, because at this time New York could do no wrong to me. I wanted to be a New York nigga, so like New York could do no wrong.
I wanted to be a New York
so,
nigga.
Like I'm like, this is the niggas doing out in New York. Niggas ain't gonna know about this in the Midwest. Bro, like 8 niggas came in pink. I was like, no, I was so mad.
Trans, nigga.
I was
trans.
so mad.
Like I definitely remember when Pink got hot during that. Niggas was really just wearing Pink.
I did the American flag episode, because at that time that's when like people was calling me Young Fabulous, because like me and like I used to have the do-rags, that had the jersey.
That was that New York.
That was New York. It was New York style. So I remember vividly. I had my guy do. He was doing the custom stuff. He customized my Air Force Ones to be American flag. I had the American flag do-rag. I had the Sixers throwback jersey and the Sixers throwback hat. And then I had some academic pants. Remember academics?
Oh,
yeah, I had some. There was like some stonewashed academic pants. That I was like, I looked like a New York. And then I had the fake earrings. I had the big ass earrings. Oh, couldn't tell me shit.
A large pink tee, and I convinced my parents. My parents used to always like, you can get 2 pairs of shoes for school every year, and I used to always keep it simple. I get all white Air Forces and all black Air Forces. That was like simple, clean. Can't never fuck with it. I remember I convinced my parents, like, I need the pink and white. I need it with the pink swoosh. I was wearing a pink shirt. Got on. I'm like,
Pop said say nothing to you.
Pops didn't. You know what? I think Pops, like in the most recent years, accepted men wearing pink, but my Pops was definitely the masculine. Like, wait, you wearing pink?
And it was. He didn't even. It was weird because it wasn't like he'd go any farther than that. He would just question you harder than bitch. Like, you wearing pink?
Yep, that's it.
That was it.
That's it.
Like,
But it's the stank face. That you get. That's the rest of the conversation.
If you could weather through that, to like, if you won. But it was always,
you gotta get a stank face back. Like, nigga. And it's like, okay, all right. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you back down, like, why you ask? Then it's like, hey, I won. You gotta get stay face right on back, like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but favorite Dipset song in general. If you had to pick one Dipset song, it could be even if it's one of their solo songs, just from Cam Jewels.
shit,
Lil Boy Fresh.
That's a good one.
That's definitely a good one. Why did you was asking me?
I know, but it was in my head, and I'm like, I don't need somebody saying that before
really
I
a good
can.
one, fam. I mean, I
That's
definitely.
my
Cause I mean,
shit.
even when we talk about the album, like I always enjoyed the actual Dipset anthem.
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
general. Like the Dipset anthem is like that's iconic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it is.
So it's like, and I think
Until he said it could be a solo, and that was about to be my answer. So when he said it
That
was a
was
solo,
gonna be-
I was like,
yeah.
oh, okay. Yep.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Mine is probably this because I mean, when I think about Dipset anthem, that was pretty much what like to me that was what Dipset was. Like,
Right.
that was like
So similar for me. If it's Dipset, I'm choosing "Built This City" just because.
Ooh, that's my shit.
I love that sample.
That sample.
Dog,
That
so
sample
you,
was
that
nasty.
sample don't seem like it should have worked.
Yeah, and, but
It-
and then also
it-
just to be a crew to say we built this,
Right.
Yeah.
Like I felt that, like
Yeah.
I felt that like so
I
hard.
also really liked Welcome to New York, but I don't know if you consider
Yeah,
it.
well, I
Because it
said
had Jay.
I said it could be solo, and then Welcome to New York City was like, and
Again,
I'm not
that
from
was-
New York, but I
that's-
felt that
Dog,
shit.
I felt that shit.
Like, Welcome to New York City.
I definitely
Just
remember
Blaze
being
went crazy on the beat because that just the build of that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, Dipset definitely had a lot
They
of
had
like
a-
amazing
They had
production,
a
bro.
whatever they
by
ear
the
for
way,
music.
Off track.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite produced beats, just because of how hard that sample.
Then
goes.
Welcome to New York City?
Dog, just how hard that sample. That like you said that dun dun dun.
Like you gotta,
Yeah,
you
it's
really
everything
gotta-
that go into
you
it.
said you definitely wouldn't think it would work, fam. But it's like
everything that go into it, man. Yeah.
Like, but that's what I'm saying. Like that era, like niggas was trying to find everything.
Heatmakers had to be We Built the City, right?
no, that's just.
Was it just two? I didn't
that,
realize
that was just
two.
Blaze. That was just
Yeah,
Blaze.
just Blaze did that one. Yeah, And I'm
I
saying,
also,
like,
Heatmakers. Every time like it's a Dipset, I immediately go Heatmakers first.
So it's
before
always
anything
it's
else.
always listen. It's always either Heatmakers or Just Blaze.
Okay, that
those
makes
are the
sense.
two for sure. Like,
I didn't realize just did We Built the City though. That's-
oh, yeah, it was definitely sound like a
Just
Blaze
Blaze.
beat.
But I mean, it was another sample. Heatmakers did a lot, all types of samples.
He-
But that's,
Heatmakers,
but that's
they
why
all
it's so
did.
cold because Just Blaze.
That-
Like, I'm gonna show you what the fuck I can do.
that era,
Like,
that era was
that
so
was Just Blaze.
Well,
Like-
so here's the thing, y'all do know Just Blaze that I really mean it, right?
Yeah, I do
yeah, I know
know
you did that.
that.
Yeah, I know you did that.
But
I knew that from because I had the Just Blaze.
oh yeah, you
sample
did,
pack
yeah.
too.
That, because here's the thing that
And that was definitely
that
it.
era, I felt like Kanye, Just, and Heatmakers was just really competing with each other with the samples.
with the best samples.
They was just it was just like it was.
That's why I loved it.
It
though.
was
Yeah.
that three.
Like if you knew how to, like I had made some fantastic samples during my time, like during that era, like just when I was
Dog.
doing beats. Like I made, like just using like Bang Bang.
Oh,
and
those was,
using like
those was
I
all of my
made-
best beats.
Well,
Like,
'cause
I was never the greatest.
I felt like the trick was I'm gonna sample something that y'all don't even think.
That's what. Yeah,
Because like
that's
when,
why I said Just Blaze killed it with Built This City because it's
Yeah.
like, Dale, you just don't. Like I feel like Kanye hit this nigga like, yo, like, oh, Kanye, like let me make my own one though,
Yeah.
but you can't make it. You like you
Yeah.
can't do nothing with it.
Yeah. But
it's
After it's out, so it's
you
like
can't,
just
yeah.
like
that's
it's
why
just
like I bet you everybody who sampled when Just Blaze put out Breathe, niggas hit him up like fam.
Dog, that
Like,
one when
bruh.
that came out, bro, that
Like,
beat, because that beat was like, fam.
and that beat went bananas, bro.
Same thing with Old Girl.
Well,
Well, I mean, Old Boy.
Oh boy, yeah.
yeah.
Oh boy was cold. Oh,
I
boy.
think
Like I
the
said,
track,
Just Blaze had a whole bunch
the
of
track more like the beat was cold, not tape, but the track made that beat.
Oh
the Old Boy?
Yeah.
how
Well,
they-
yeah, well,
how they
well,
rapped it. Yeah.
well, how they rapped it because what it came down to is like it made that New York slang. Like
Yeah.
you immediately thought like, oh, they be like, oh boy, like you know what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
they were like, I see Cam and that boy, like
Yeah.
so like the flow and everything with that made that for sure.
But that's
Yeah.
what I loved about like during that era of like the sampling of beats because like now we in the era I feel like that is, I think it's still kind of going like they both kind of working like production and lyrics work side and side,
Right.
But
But
back
at that
in sampling,
that
that was like having another fucking
Bro.
person on your song,
Right.
Yeah, because
like,
here's the
you know
thing:
what I'm saying?
Through
Like,
the Wire, even though the story was good and even though the lyrics was good, it was that beat.
It was that
Yeah.
beat.
Because when you learned what it was, like, wait a minute, dog, no, they
Fam,
did not sample
but
that.
Yeah.
I remember
You know
I saw
and then
dude.
you
I
hear
saw
like
like,
this, the song just goes with it, like,
Yeah.
it's really, like
I distinctly remember that being one of the first YouTube videos I ever saw. Was the dude who recreated that.
Yeah.
someone who actually
Yeah,
redid
and
it.
I was there right along with him. I had all the VSCs. I recreated right with him. Duh. I was like, bro, this is so cold.
So-
Because he specifically did it in FL.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, bro, I got FL. I got all this shit. Let me recreate it with you.
There's
you
two
definitely
beats
could do-
that nobody has sampled yet that I had and I sampled and it was trash. Like my production was I at
Yeah,
best.
same.
I at best. But there's this one, it's like this harmonica sample called Prison Song. And I sampled
I
it,
think I
it was
heard that
dope, but it was
before.
like it's literally a harmonica. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
And it was a dope, but I have not heard nobody sample it. But then also, It's gonna be a miracle. I have not heard nobody body that it's gonna be a miracle.
I tried that.
I tried it too.
It's really fucking hard.
It was horrible. It's hard. It's
really
hard because especially the breakdown. I was like, oh, I gotta have that breakdown. And I remember it was mad symbols in my beat, like.
You try to like I think I was trying to edit
like
the one that I always felt. I remember Streets hit me. He was like, "Hey, I want you to sample. You're the best around for me." I could never get it.
You're the best around.
You're the best around. And I tried so hard. Like I said, I was mad. But I'm like, bro,
That's easy.
I was not a great producer.
So you know what? So here's what's funny.
I
never knew this story. So years later, me and Streets, we do get the best around beat sampled, and we do it with this dude, with this artist named Big Cass. And Streets was the one that who had a producer.
So he been out here just shopping.
He asked me that years ago. He might not even remember it, but I remember it because I'm like, I tried so hard with that beat.
I did hate that era when I was doing beats. Niggas was just sitting.
See you anything.
Like, see you like they had the most awkward ass beat in their head. Like, nigga, that shit supposed to be doing like I need to chop it up right here, but break the front of that nigga in the middle, like break off. I'm like, cuz you got me doctoring the fuck out this beat. Like,
I just like every so often, I'll re-download FL and just throw up a sample to see if I still got it. Hey, one I made recently, I'm like, I can use this in the background beat. I got that downloaded, but it's like
I used to be cold as a bitch with Edison and the Fruit Loops.
Dog, using that. I remember when they switched it up.
Once I learned how to put that shit like to like the keyboard, where I was putting samples on the key.
I had the pads. I remember I went and bought the pads.
Yeah, so you bought,
bro. So I was like, oh no, I can just slap it up.
That's what niggas used to tell me. Like that's why you should get like an MPC or whatever. And I was like,
I bought them audio pads. They was trash.
Here's where I got good with Fruity Loops, and it kind of goes into that. So I can play the piano. I can't read piano music, but I can play by ear. You give me 20 minutes with something, I can learn the whole thing. Okay. Right? You know what I'm saying? And so
that's a skill I didn't know.
Yeah, I mean, I can play. I played the clarinet, so I learned. So
in Fruity Loops, if I'm struggling, I'm like, I'm just gonna replay this bitch, and that's what I would do. I would just replay it, you know what I'm saying, in a different key. So it's like it'll sound like you like, oh, that sound like, I'm like, yeah, but then I'm like, me not ever being really invested in production.
Yeah.
I never knew like that is a real life skill set that people like people would want. Cause I'm like, I was just doing that just because I'm like, fuck, I can't get this sample. Let me just replay it.
Yeah, that's definitely a skill set.
And people, you know what I'm saying? People will hear the beats, and so like that's where like I said, I never dove deep into production. So like my shit, like my drums would be way high. Like it was all bad. If I had some guidance, I probably could have been good at it. Yeah. But like I never was really invested in. But like that was my big skill set. I can replay.
I mean, you definitely could have sat in a lot of studios with that skill set. Even if you were just like, hey, I ain't gonna do no beats, but if you find something that you need me to run on, like,
what's funny, like even just probably like 4 or 5 weeks ago, we found my old keyboard. It was a studio keyboard, everything, right? And then my daughter, she wants to play keyboard, so I'm like, all right, well, we bought some. This is how old this keyboard is.
It still took the 9 volts.
It took the D's.
Ooh,
the big
nice, bro.
Ooh, yeah, that means my not. Oh no, they might have tossed it. Maybe it broke. Because I had one also that had the 9 volts. That was my first one. I had it was a MIDI keyboard, so like, it had the 9 volts, but then you can get the MIDI. I remember MIDI cord.
Oh yeah.
I had to go buy the adapter to get it to the computer.
Yeah. So we put there. And
I used to invest in it.
What's funny is like as I'm hooking it up for her and everything like that, and then I'm like, oh man, I'm like, well, let me just mess with it. I'm messing with it and everything. And then like so because my mom and dad's there, I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna do something. I had my AirPods on. I played Thriller in my head. So I'm in there and then I learned it real quick. So then I'm doing it. You know, my mom loves Michael Jackson, so I'm in there doing it. Just I know she hearing it. My mom coming in like, "Oh, who that?" I'm like, "Oh, you know, that's me. That's me."
So we gotta do another different kind of video with Deuces now, fam. We gotta have him just doing we gotta have him on the keyboard. We gotta do a commercial, some shit like you're not doing it. Like have him come in.
And you want to know what's funny? What got me to learn that? And literally, I think I was maybe 8th grade year, and I'm skipping through the hallways. I'm badass, skipping and shit. And I remember I'm like at Mech, the music room was in like a floor. And I just remember I'm walking there, and all of a sudden I hear the Michael Myers theme, like literally the Michael Myers theme. And I'm like, what the hell? So then I go in and it's a nigga on the keyboard playing it. I'm like, bro, how you do that? He was like, so he talking to me and everything, and then he just shows me him playing it and everything like that. So then ever since then I was like, I'm gonna learn that. But I'm like, I don't know what I'm reading here. I never took classes. Yeah. So then I would just play it and I was just messing with the keyboards, and then I learned that, and I learned the whole Michael Myers.
Because it really was your first even like impression of it was like, I never heard the Michael Myers on a piano.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you only hear it in the background.
So I'm reading the notes. It's like, I just wouldn't want to do other movie shit on the piano. Like,
and literally that's what it was.
Like,
so I would just listen to stuff and then mess with the keys and learn it. And then at that point, I literally taught myself how to hear music and just replicate it, and never learned how to read them.
Oh, we definitely tested you on that on Geekset. We're gonna have a session. We're gonna have a nice little. We're gonna get a baby grand up in here. You know?
We can just get a keyboard, dog. We don't need the baby grand.
We're gonna be exquisite, nigga.
That'll be a Patron exclusive.
Right.
Y'all not seeing that.
Another anniversary that passed. So this is where I wanted y'all real reaction to, and because I didn't see none of us talk about it, but I saw a couple of geek people talked about it. The Secret of the Ooze, its anniversary. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I saw somebody shit about that. Secret of the Ooze is classic.
Yeah,
I
didn't know it was anniversary.
March 22nd was his 30th anniversary.
Ooh,
I didn't know it was 30.
30th anniversary.
Maybe that's why that makes
sense. 30?
That makes sense why I wouldn't have known that, because I just probably saw it on some random ass day. It was already out by the time I was born.
That's what I'm saying.
I just saw it on some random ass day.
We talking about first day.
Bro.
Yeah, I wasn't the day one on this.
Secret of the Ooze came out in 91, a year before you were born.
Ooh, yeah.
So then when was?
I wasn't
1991.
I wasn't even a thought at that time.
When was the first Turtles?
Hold on, I'll let you know.
If it was 91 March, I wasn't even a thought at that time.
Yeah, it came out.
It was 91 March. This nigga.
Yeah, it came out March 22nd, 1991. That was the first. That was The Secret of the Ooze.
So that makes sense why I wouldn't have remembered, because I just saw them.
Yeah, I didn't know.
I saw them like a Tuesday.
Like
the first one came out in 1990.
Oh, so it was only a year apart. Mm-hmm. I wonder if they just shot it all. I feel like that's pretty quick to put.
They probably went straight. They probably went straight to the next one.
They probably didn't.
You don't think they went? You don't think they?
Probably didn't.
Oh, you know what? Think about it. So here's the difference, and this is why what Dish probably says, man, there wasn't a CGI. There was like only thing they had to set up is
like there wasn't a lot
only thing
of
they had to
effects.
set up was we just got to have space to shoot.
They probably did all sound.
They just needed or a neighborhood
or a neighborhood.
Like put on like
because you got to figure that means the first one probably.
Because remember the reason why movies take so long now is they record so much outside and they record on the green screen. Then they got to go post.
But then it's like they probably filmed this in '89. Mm-hmm. Then they probably didn't start the next one till. Depending on when did this come out in 90?
Hold on. So,
I feel like they already. I guess in my idea is like you already had to already know that you was gonna do a couple more movies. Because how it being so close.
Well, yeah, I'm sure.
Like you had to know that.
So this one says, due to the massive success of the first film, it was generally expected that a sequel would follow. So they already knew.
But that means they probably didn't even start it.
And they was given twice the budget. So, and what's funny is twice the budget for them was $25 million.
But the fact that they said
that's twice the budget.
So that means they said that given the success.
Niggas make a classic with $25 million, and we out here still getting the un-Snyder cut.
But to be fair, we get a lot of great stuff nowadays with a low ass budget.
We do. So I agree with that. But so I didn't know they did it. I honestly don't remember it being in the year apart.
That makes sense then. If they're saying that, given the success of that one, they might have started.
Oh, so you know one of the things that I think I don't know if we knew or if we did, but the reason why we got Razor and Toka is because Kevin Eastman and Peter Lard they objected. So the creator, they didn't want Bebop and Rocksteady.
Yeah, I did hear about that. That's why they became like similar. Mm-hmm. But they never put them in games though. Like they didn't
say why they did.
That's weird.
I'm pretty sure if I clicked up the what's the name,
I'm sure.
A little bit more.
I think he probably how they probably from how he portrayed them. Because I think it'd have been a totally different story. So he probably wanted to change how they were like the Ooze one. It was probably changed on how they were made. Where depending on, you know what I'm saying? Like it was completely change the origin. So they probably like the secret. I believe that it probably even went as far as like the whole story in general. It's probably like this is y'all story, so y'all can just make your own two characters to kind of go with this. You know what I'm saying? Like kind of thing. Like I can see because they were you got to think how strict they was on that shit back then.
Did y'all know that this movie was shot in North Carolina, not New York?
I believe it.
I mean, it's a lot of open space. I mean, if you take,
Yeah,
if we're talking about studio sets and everything, like you really can't shoot a lot of shit in the cities.
Yeah,
cities,
because you got to think even when they film, like
think about the big ass junkyard scene and all that shit. Like you know,
just think about like when they were down here for part of Transformers, they did part of it in Chicago.
That is true.
It's like I could see that. I mean, obviously that's a very huge film, but anything where you're running through a city, you got to kind of tell them like, hey, we need this block for 6 to 12 hours.
Yeah. So let's talk about the Ooze. Classic.
We definitely talk about the Ooze.
Classic movie.
I mean, the Ooze is. But like you can't talk about the Ooze without talking about still the original movie, which is like to me, it's my favorite movie.
So the Ooze.
Like
here's the reason.
Overall,
no, not all movies.
Oh, I was going to say
here's the world.
Here's the reason why.
I was going to say that is a bold statement.
Here's the reason why the Ooze beats the first one for me.
It do beats it.
But you need the first. You do need the first one, but that opening scene. Where with the pizza boy and then and then Michelangelo does he flipping through there like the whole thing when they come in and everything.
And when he like he's getting everybody the slice
I think he had the yo-yo and then he had the clown thing that he was doing.
Did he do the clown thing?
Was it the clown? No, it was the yo-yo.
I remember the yo-yo.
Was it the clown or that was in one?
The clown?
Where he was the rocking clown and he was hit. So like the guy thought he saw the clown and then he thought Mikey was a clown as well. So Mikey was doing this.
Oh yeah, I think that was two.
That was two. Yeah,
I remember the yo-yo. That's all I remember.
Yeah. I remember the yo-yo, but I think the clown was two. Like Mikey, but I was saying Mikey. Like, I mean, family, like any turtle movie is fine to me because Mikey. Like, Mikey is
any turtle movie is fine.
Nah. These
any
two.
turtle movie is fine.
This is classic, not any turtle movie.
I needed to make sure.
But then also the kid, the pizza man, because he came from also Surf Ninjas was one of my favorite movies. Like there was so much dope about this movie.
This Ooze was a great time for because Surf Ninjas and all like you said, like the fact that we knew like some of the faces or whatever. Yeah. I mean, that's like I said, like the hype of one, like the energy of one, and they like I said, I had two, like you said, like the intro of two coming into the movie with Mikey coming in, like that energy was still the same.
That hype because I wasn't born when they were. So
well,
you
did you?
I want to be in the conversation. I saw both movies. I still want to be here.
Talk about first impressions.
Just because I ain't a day one, don't mean day one. Just because I ain't a day one, don't mean I ain't an early day.
You wasn't outside sitting in line.
You right? I wasn't sitting in line.
You got your shit on DVD, nigga.
No, it was on VHS. It was on VHS.
We got talking about your couch impressions, nigga. Like,
fuck you, dog. I want to talk about. I want to be a part of the conversation.
Why you sitting around, guy Googling, nigga? We was still able to talk about the movie. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, so yes, that's what I said, nigga. When I was 9. You know what I'm saying? And Mikey came busting into that motherfucker. Like, yeah, bro. Like, but I was like, to me, you're talking to the nigga like I'm huge turtles.
No, I like turtles a lot. I do. I just do feel sad that I can't. I have nothing. Yeah. I'm here to interject little things.
You want to know what's funny about the turtles? And when you think about it, as kids, we wanted to be in the sewers. Because we thought turtles were in the sewer.
That is gross looking.
Yeah.
We legit wanted to go in the sewer.
Niggas really did look at storm drains differently when you was a kid.
Yeah.
Like, where could this go? And
it depends if you saw it. Because the first time I saw the first It, even though I was like, it could either be this damn.
At the time, I saw both, and I still thought turtles.
I still would see turtles.
It was definitely, but it was. I did always have that second thought, like, it could be a fucking. I could die, but it could be the turtles.
Like, I wonder if there's ever been any random cases of like a kid trying to climb down a sewer. Like,
it had to be.
Well, maybe not, because those manhole covers are heavy.
But every now and then you will come across one that's a little bit open, a little bit looser,
or even slide like the ones on the curb, or
you get a little bit up in there,
slide up in there, fam. Like
I'm sure there has. I'm gonna look it up real quick.
Look at that. We'll see if there's been cases of kids going in the sewers.
Yeah, man.
But I'm like, I definitely like. I mean, for me, like turtles, like even the pizza thing, like, like Michelangelo alone made me think anything that's possible on the pizza will always be good.
Well, no, because remember at that time of these movies, he was all about cheese pizza. Yeah. Which I remember, I think we talked about it. I was like, why was cheese pizza marketed to kids so heavily? Yeah. Home Alone to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, it was always you get the cheesiest pizza.
The cheesiest pizza. I think it was about just being the gooeyest and all that kind of shit.
There's a whole article on it.
About kids going to the sewers.
This is an LA Times article from 1991. The headline is Ninja Turtles making
Nigga, 91 when the movie came out.
like sewer.
The headline is Ninja Turtles may be luring kids into the sewer. While y'all talking, I'ma skim the article and let y'all know.
That's hate. That's hatred.
I'ma skim the article while y'all still ripping this
that's
shit.
hatred, nigga. Dog trying to put us out there trying to say Turtles luring niggas into the sewer. Like, even though we just said a nigga might have thought about it, but I'm saying, like, this nigga made an article about it for real. Like, that's a real... In 91, too. Like, we went right back, like...
Dog, they got a quote from somebody who's like, his 5-year-old daughter was like, hey, daddy, can I go to work with you and play in the slime?
In the slime?
Her dad was a sewer maintenance worker.
Remember, they was working in the construction and they had the ooze, they had the big dandelions. Like,
bro, this entire city had a press release that was like, it appears that some of Encinitas' younger residents have been exploring the city sewer system in search of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The city of Encinitas cannot stress enough that this is a dangerous activity.
They had a public dog. No. Ninja Turtles are bad. So you ain't gonna tell me they're bad.
And this ain't no random website. This is an LA Times article. I'm a damn near throw it in the Discord.
Yeah, that's serious. Like, I did not think that far into it that people were really like...
Bro, what's funny is there were so many scenes in there that I thought was so cool.
This is the weekend after this day it opened.
You said what?
This weekend after. The week after it opened, they had to do that.
Niggas got hot that fast. Like, we ought to go find this niggas.
At the bottom of the article, it says Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2: The Secret of the Ooze opened Friday and grossed $20 million last weekend. So this is next week.
Bro, when Casey Jones grabbed the golf club, I thought that was one of the coolest scenes ever. Like it was so much in that movie. Like, but then that's also, like I said, we talked about the henchmen. Like, they was literally legit grabbing just lost kids. Like, it was a rec center.
Like,
we was talking about that, dog.
Like, the reason I love Secret of Ooze, like, there's two reasons why I love Secret of Ooze so much. For one, it's the greatest movie ever.
Yeah.
But Nigga Turtles, when they did Secret of the Ooze, is by far pristine crib content. Like pristine.
Shout out, what's the name? It's what's old boy name? They be doing the voiceovers.
I forgot his name.
I'm gonna find it.
I was on that shit so hard.
Dog.
Like, look, like let me tell you.
That had me in tears.
Let me tell you this.
That had me in tears.
And I want to go back to the original Ninja Turtles. We can still talk a little bit about that. But let me tell you, and that's the only reason because it's like the problem of it is like I know we're gonna get to the moment like what's your favorite part or whatever. Yeah. Only thing I can keep thinking about is Nigga Turtles right now. Like, that's all I can think about right now. So I need to get this off. You know what I'm saying? Duh. So, like, I can't honestly watch the regular like Secret of the Ooze without getting the Nigga Turtle vibes. Especially when they're sitting around watching the TV, when they're in the house watching TV and them niggas talk about, and Nigga Turtles about them watching, I forgot the name of the porn. And Raphael was trying to say, like, we ain't gonna watch that shit, dog. Yeah. But, no, yeah, bro, like, dog, because Nigga Turtles, like, they did so much of Secret of the Ooze.
They did.
Like, when they had Splinter saying,
yeah, it's real 85, man.
It's real 85.
Because also when he be doing the Grand Theft Auto ones be hilarious.
When he did the what fighting game was that? Was it Mortal Kombat?
Mortal Kombat. It was Mortal Kombat.
Like, bro, that was my early watches of like who the fuck dude was. Yeah. But it was all because of Nigga Turtles. Like, fam, Nigga Turtles was so high on my radar that I was dating a girl and I was like, you need to watch this. like when you talking, you try to get to know each other. I'm like, y'all like Ninja Turtles. I was just like talking about my geek shit. And I was like, you know what though?
You need to watch.
Get you up on something. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I remember her watching it, and I'm like, dog, I was just
yeah. You dying, she ain't dying as much. You like what?
But when we got to the moment when Splinter told her to get her motherfucking feet up my motherfucking couch, fam, she was in tears. Like, dog, I'm like, I said, like, dog, that's still my favorite scene. I don't see that when I watch Secret of the Ooze now. Like, I don't see what Splinter said. I don't even know what he says right there. All I remember is he said, get your feet off my motherfucking couch.
Dog.
And Mikey in the back said, Dad, you sitting on your couch. He said, get your motherfucking feet off my motherfucking couch.
Oh shit!
Oh yeah, but no, Secret of the Ooze, like, bro. I think to me, from the first movie, I think the Secret of the Ooze was it was the best movie to see a setup of like new characters, like seeing Shredder, like the whole, like just the Ooze in general, like because you got even when the merchandise was out, for us, like the merchandise, the Ooze thing was like huge. They were already making the toys about shit changing with the Ooze, whatever. So it's like making that movie, and I wanted Bebop and Rocksteady. We all thought that was who that was going to be. Yep. So it's like when because I remember seeing it. I don't recall if they showed them in the commercials. I think if you look at the trailer or whatever, I don't think they showed them. Yeah. So I think we watched the movie thinking like we finna see Bebop and Rocksteady, and it was like you got those two, and it was like the fuck. But it was like I still in a moment had kind of said they were Bebop and Rocksteady, but it was like maybe because they act like childs any fucking way. Act like childs. Like I feel like it was like they didn't get to finish the process.
I mean, Shredder basically said it. He said they're babies. Hey, he was pissed. Hey, he was pissed when they came out. He was like, wait, what? That ain't what I ordered.
I didn't expect this shit.
But even like some of the stuff, like you think about it. Remember when they broke into it when they first got to fight them, and like even that moment, Mikey's like, it was like it's quiet, and Mikey like. A little bit too quiet. Like you remember so much of that movie.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The guy, that's what I'm saying. Like them, that scene in general, like that whole big fight in the lot. Like when the lights came on, they thought they were saving. Were they saving Leo or who was they going to save? Ralph. He was going to say Ralph.
He was going to say Ralph.
Yeah, because he was the one that was titled. Yeah. Yep. So I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, so it's like just that scene alone. Mm-hmm. Like I mean, but to me. The Shredder, that was my favorite. When he turned
toxic Shredder, big Shredder.
And playing the video game, and they because the game came out first. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So we saw Super Shredder already. Yeah. And it was like, nigga, y'all threw that in the movie? Yeah. So fighting Super Shredder back in the game was hard as a bitch. And I don't think they gave her. We didn't get Super Shredder in the cartoons. I don't think I remember.
Not that I'm aware of.
That's what I'm saying. I think Super Shredder was literally game, and all we saw him is in movies.
And look at Quiet as Kept. I'm gonna say it. Vanilla Ice Go Ninja Go was lit.
It's still the coldest shit.
It was lit. At the niggas was Go Ninja, Go Ninja, Go. It's one like even when you think about that scene where because you think about that scene, like it got lit. They did the whole dance scene. Then Mikey get up there, Go Ninja, and the music stopped, and everybody like because that's when you see the Super Shredder.
That's what I'm saying. When you see Dude pop in,
and then what? Remember? No, you don't see Super Shredder at that point.
Hey, that's 90s as a bitch.
Yeah, you don't see Super Shredder. You see Shredder
having niggas drop into a house party and dance with everybody. Yeah, it's 90s.
Yeah, 90s. Remember you see Shredder, and then remember Donatello secretly hooks up the speaker, and then Mikey hits it and then it blows Shredder away. But then he falls into the ooze, and then he turns Super Shredder. Yeah,
because he bust out of it because because the bridge busted when he became Super Shredder when he was knocking the things out because he didn't even really We didn't get Super Shredder to like the newer Ninja Turtles. Yeah. But it's like then it was just like just a glimpse of him, like, you know what I'm saying? Like that it was like dog is big. You know what I'm saying? Like he really took the ooze. You know what I mean? But I'm like, bro, fam, it's a lot.
And wasn't that Kevin Nash? Super Shredder was Kevin Nash, I think.
Was it? Let's look.
I didn't know that at all.
Yeah, I do believe.
Let's see.
But like even when they were like, I'm trying to think of the line that Mikey had when they were in
Kevin Nash was Super Shredder.
Yeah, when they were in the factory. Or not the factory, but in the
That's crazy. I did not know that.
Yeah. When they were in the what the fuck? The facility when they were looking at the ooze and everything.
Yeah, when they was looking at the ooze.
I forgot what Mikey said in there, dog. He said
he did say, bro, that scene in general, dog.
When they were using it, that's when they were using the goddamn keyboard. I found out like, dog.
Bro, what's funny about that scene is those computers was old as shit, but they were supposed to be futuristic as shit.
Yeah, it was supposed to be like the future office to that shit, dog. But yeah, that shit was like bro, like yeah, fam, give me some of your memories, bitch.
I mean, my memories are going to be very different because I didn't see it in theaters, obviously.
Oh, it wasn't Mikey. It was Donatello that did the clown thing. Eclectic. No, I'm about to watch this movie tonight. I'm watching this movie tonight.
It's the 90 dances for me, fam.
It's 90s as a bitch. Like
the music, fam.
This shit is quintessential 90s.
So I want to say that to me, that every 90s movie to me always sounded like Beverly Hills Cop.
The fucking yo-yo scene, bro.
Yeah, this is the scene I remember.
He gonna walk the dog.
Check this. Like, he be so geek, though.
Dog, this shit was so... We thought this shit was...
But again, bro, like how we talk about Hitchman.
This part. See, this is the part I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
definitely
forgot about that part.
scene.
Nah, I can't. I'm watching this shit again, dog.
But fat, that's what like dog.
Mikey get the nunchucks, the
The
sausages.
sausage nunchuck, yeah.
But I mean,
But I was gonna say again, like this is what we talking about, like road gallery shit. Like them is regular niggas. Them was regular niggas.
yeah.
And you see 4 turtles talking to you with
And you
weapons,
just
nigga, and you still trying to fight.
I ain't
like
trying
you
to fight.
still think you got a chance.
I'm good. I'm out.
Like what? Ain't no nigga in the stocking cap saying like, "Cuz they turtles."
I'm
gotta
out.
go.
I'm showing up at base next day like, hey, bro, you ain't tell me there's gonna be turtles.
Bro.
I'm gonna hand in my resignation now.
Life, I'm throwing my stocking cap on the ground.
Stocking cap.
Like, I'm
That
damn
was the
near.
shit,
I'm
nigga,
damn
like-
near. Here go. I don't even need it 2 weeks. Here you go. Like I'm good.
Fam,
Dog.
bitch, why am I hot? Why am
TGRI,
I
bro.
burning up right here, fam?
Bro,
You turn all the
I
lights
don't
on.
No,
know.
look at this. This
All the
supposed
lights ain't on you.
this
Yes, they are.
this supposed to be futuristic.
Oh, yeah, are you talking about there?
Bro, that's that's 90s as a bitch.
Look at the computer.
90s.
Look at the computer, bro.
It looked like they was in literally at the layer of the Power
Look at
Rangers.
the fucking computer,
they were.
bro.
They probably were.
They were in the layer of the Power
They
Rangers.
probably
fam.
were.
Like,
Cause let's see who they
No, look at the computer, dog.
that's what it was.
Wait, no,
Donnie
look
yesterday said- Who the one said to me like I'm all thumbs or something? Like somebody said that when you was typing like I couldn't type or some shit.
If the database is coded, the whole system might go down.
Bro, yeah, Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, that's wild.
That's
I mean,
that was my shit, fam. Like Secret of Ooze is a classic.
I don't know how much this audio also
Yeah, I
finna
know,
get us taken out.
yeah.
Hey, it's already on
You
YouTube.
reminiscent, fam.
It's on YouTube already,
Yeah.
and they didn't get it taken down. So
We talked to me. Bacardi talked about that though.
Some
okay.
beep beeps. You know what I mean?
But anyways, man, Turtles, Secret of the Ooze, man. I just wanted to make sure I gave some love.
yeah,
to that
I mean that's
because
definitely a shout out. I mean
that
that's
was
a childhood.
Yeah, I was glad to
feel
hear
I
y'all
have,
reaction to it.
Yeah,
Like I said,
have,
mine was
all of. Like I said, I mean, the Secret of the Ooze. One was like I said, one is
good.
dear to my heart.
One is dear to her.
When I think when it comes
Because
to like
even at the when April finally takes him to the apartment, remember they had
Yeah.
to hide and everything.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the one is
one is
extremely
those
iconic
first
to me.
two movies, man. Those
I mean, and that's really what it is. The first two movies really set. Like three was good, but it was like
was 3 the samurai one?
Yeah, 3 was the samurai one.
Yeah, that one was like
That's like 3 was when it was like he was like, where are we going with this?
right.
But that's where when I think about it as an adult now, that's where I feel like the movies in a sense were trying to tie with the games.
Yeah.
Because we had the Turtles in Time
Oh,
game.
yeah, we sure did.
And they picked that
Yeah.
like scenario. Even though
I
the
mean-
Turtles in Time games, like all that shit happened.
Mm-hmm.
Like in the comic books. They were just really during that time, instead of like us following a whole story, they were like picking moments.
Yep.
I
and
mean,
just
to
kinda
be
throwing
fair,
them there.
during the 90s, that was where you would get movie, game, soundtrack. Movie,
Yeah,
game,
man.
soundtrack.
That was it was the trifecta. You get a movie.
And actually,
matter of fact, it was four.
4. Movie, game, soundtrack, and the music video. That the lead
Mm-hmm.
sound, the lead video from that.
I mean, you get merch. I mean, there's definitely the merch too.
Well,
but
then
yeah.
in 5.
Well, 5.
Yeah.
But
like
those
you-
those
but-
were
'cause
that
we
was
don't
the,
get
that
that
was
no
the
more.
media.
Yeah,
You gotta think that we don't get the signature
'Cause the
song.
Ninja-
We don't
was-
get we don't get the music video that ties into
Was there a
it.
real Ninja Turtle music video?
Go Ninja Go.
Yeah.
That was a video.
Was it like with the turtles in it, or was it just Vanilla Ice in the video?
It was because you remember the way they would do it. They would do the music video, but then they would take clips from it as well
To
and
put it
put it in
to
the
the
movie.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah,
everything
yeah.
like
So I
that.
know they did that. Yeah, okay.
We don't get that no more. I don't think we.
Like we didn't get a Snyder cut with them doing all Kiss from a
You know
Rose
what?
again.
The last one may be that theme song for Black Panther.
That showed clips of the movie and
Oh,
everything.
all the what is it? All the Scott.
All the lights.
All the lights. Yeah, all the
That whatever that song.
all the
Kid
lights.
Lamar-
No, not all the lights.
Nah, all the lights is Kanye West.
No,
No.
all of the lights is Kanye West.
Yeah, all of the lights is Kanye West. All the lights. There was all
Is
the
it
lights.
called All
on-
the Lights?
There was all the lights on the Black Panther soundtrack.
That was the one with
That was
Kendrick
Kendrick
and
and them.
Yeah,
Kendrick
that's what I
and
mean.
SZA.
I didn't know it was called All the Lights.
It might not be. We could be wrong. I have it in my iTunes library.
You don't have to do a lot. But I mean, yeah, I think, but no, yeah. But I'm like, as far as
All the stars.
All the stars. But yeah, as far as like, yeah, because I mean, like to me, it's still the most iconic one, of course, is Fat Boys doing Freddie. Of like, that was combining the movie.
I don't know, bro.
I got Kiss from a Rose.
I was gonna say that.
Kiss from
Kiss
a
from a
Rose.
Rose, man.
That's the most iconic. Because nigga had Batman looking stressed at the top of Gotham with the light in the background.
That nigga Silk singing in front of the bat signal now.
Like just all out. Like, that's damn near the most iconic. Because also when you think of Kiss from a Rose, what do you think of first?
You think of Batman, bro?
I think of that movie.
You definitely think of that movie, fam. Like they wrote out all the stops. They wrote out all the stops for sale.
Yes.
They put that nigga really in got.
Hold on, I'm
Dog.
gonna mute this. But dog, nigga, the screenshot
Like,
is
so
still
if
in front of the bat
If we
signal.
talking most iconic, I gotta go that.
Yeah, you know what?
It starts with the Batmobile driving,
like
and it goes up Gotham.
They put this nigga in Gotham.
Yeah, he was real like and like
other shows.
Wait. Look at the opening, bro. Look at the opening. Wait. Look. It's the bat signal, but look who it. That nigga Sil, right?
he Batman.
He Gordon. No, he Gordon. He called Batman. He's sitting there waiting until this nigga get here. I'ma sing you a song. You know
Hey, you
what
know
I'm
what's
saying?
supposed to be about cocaine?
What?
Shut the fuck up. Shut your ass up.
Like,
ass up.
That's all it's supposed to be.
Kiss by a rose.
Kiss from a rose. The kiss from a rose is when the cocaine hit him.
You a liar.
I'm
That
not.
nigga Batman
I'm not.
wild.
I'm not lying. I don't know how true it is. Like somebody told me that, like, and the way, like, and it was when I asked another person, they were like, yeah. Like I asked like a good 20 people, and I got yeah.
So are they saying that because it's like they made that terminology when you getting like hitting some drugs,
I don't know.
A kiss from the rose?
That's why he was talking dog.
Hey, they got articles about it. Yeah, bro.
So
That's what I'm saying.
Still ain't confirmed this.
I think he plays coy with it. Like he just goes, oh, you know.
That's why that nigga be like, baby!
He ready for that shit.
That motherfucker touch his body like, whoa, nigga.
But like, yeah, I would have. That's one thing I always I'm assuming, that's one thing I can think of. The cocaine hit has to be the kiss from a rose. Like,
fam.
they said that's why he be talking what he said. And when it snows, the light becomes, my eyes become wider. When it snows, my eyes become wider. What?
He do say wider. He do say wider.
Like what? Why your eyes becoming wider when it snows?
Now you giving me bad because now I'm picturing the fact that so many people who like do cocaine notice that niggas do cocaine and be like, baby,
heavy shirt open.
you ain't need no cocaine. You say some seal, nigga. Like, you ain't need no real cocaine, but you say some seal with it, nigga. Like that's you're giving me bad vibes about it now. You know what I'm saying? Because then you make me feel like Bruce Wayne out here too. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I expect that he is.
Fam, he don't need the too.
Yeah, all right. How you think he out there fighting all these niggas all the time?
Yeah, like that nigga just high on life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, all right. He out on something else.
And he rich. You know
Bro, this is the whole hook. Baby, I compare you to a kiss from a rose on the grave. Ooh, the more I get of you, the stranger it feels, yay.
So
and now that your roses is bloom, a light hits on the gloom of gray.
You know why? Because cocaine is an upper.
So now that he hit this,
you remain my power, my pleasure, my pain.
Like, do I gotta come
to
back?
me, you're like a growing addiction that I cannot deny.
fam, don't do this to me, man.
We should probably go and break. This is a perfect thing to go and break to.
Now I feel like Seal was like, I feel like Seal did the video. He was like the Joker, and the Batman couldn't get to him. And he just singing the Joker like I was singing the Batman like I got all this cocaine that you can't get,
This
nigga.
is
Like
the perfect thing to go to break to.
baby, I'm mad. Seal out here. That's a real Gotham song now. Like, if we talking about cocaine, that's a real Gotham ass song now, nigga. Like,
all right, we gonna go on break, and then we gonna come back. We gonna talk about some Falcon and Winter Soldier and some other stuff, man.
Hey, I want to talk to you today about GeeksetPodcast.com, the only place that blends hip-hop culture and geek culture together in one place, and the only place to get your official Geekset swag. Go to our shop and view our wide selection that we offer, from the No Dubs collection, Big Bit Tees, Talking That Geek-ish, and more. Today, use code Deuces during checkout to get 10% off your next purchase. Then, take a picture and post it on Instagram using the hashtag Geekset for a chance to be featured on our page and a chance to win extra deals in the future. So don't hesitate. Drop by the website today. Listen to our latest episode, watch our latest videos, read our latest reviews, and shop with your favorite geeks. GeeksetPodcast.com.
All right, we are back. We are back.
hey,
Hey, commercial break with some funny shit.
Bacardi's mind is blown right now.
My mind is all over the place.
With the Seal discovery.
I've added Seal to the rogue gallery of Gotham. Like Seal, Seal is a villain, fam. Of his own fruition. Like he's just like. He don't mean no harm. He just irritate Batman. You know what I'm saying? Like, so he can sing on the. He gets a hold of the light. He gets to sing it and make it his own show.
Yeah. Dog, we went back and watched the Seal video. We're probably gonna post a link or something in our Patreon. But like, there was this moment where Seal hit a high note, and Batman turned around, sold this.
That turn and looked
this nigga. Then look up like, what the fuck? Like he knew where it came from. You know what I'm saying? That's what I said. Like the story I put together. That's why he a villain. It's the fact that he was beating somebody else's ass in the alley, and he heard this nigga singing. Like, I know this nigga not on the roof. I know he not on the roof by the bat signal. Like
he the big boy man. I know that ain't who I think it is.
He big boy.
I know that ain't who I think it is.
That was the face he made looking back like, bitch, are you serious? I had a long day. It was the end of his shift. He
took out the last villain. He was ready to go home.
It was the end of the shift, nigga. Like, and the bat signal went back in the air again. He like, what the fuck? Like,
damn, I just had to fight Joker today. I just got through it Riddler.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, Seal is not part of the rogue gallery.
That's what I said.
He don't do nothing but just get high on cocaine and go commandeer the bat signal.
What makes the video funny is that the only scene that Seal is in is him just in front of the bat signal. There's no other scene.
Yeah, he
and it's just all the other scenes of the movie. So I was like, I just imagine Batman being pissed off. Like, who is this motherfucker in front of my signal?
I just picture everything
with no shirt on.
I just picture everything that happened in the movie while all that happened. Still just on the back in the background about a bat signal.
Where he's saying why he fighting.
It'd be hilarious if you could watch the old Batman movie and you randomly realize that the bat signal's been in the air the whole time. Like the bat signal's been in the air the whole time. Like this nigga, ever since he got the first mission, he just sealed it up on the
every
roof.
now and then you used to see a bald head like, in the light. Like, man.
Like, I'm just mad, like, bro, like what's really bad though is like Kiss from a Rose, whatever, has nothing to do with Batman. I never thought it did. You know what I'm saying? I thought it felt.
No, you're right.
The lyrics you think never have nothing to do with Batman, but every time I hear that song, I instantly think
that's what I was gonna say. Like, it's
all
tough.
I think about.
You're right. The song has nothing to do with Batman, but you're wrong because
that's all you think about. And that's why knowing what I know.
Well, you know what? I take that back. Because what I did in a sense get it, because I do remember that. What I did get a sense from it, I thought it was like the Catwoman, like the Batman Catwoman thing.
Oh,
like,
I never thought that.
Like the roles of, like being kissed by a rose. Like I thought
you thought it was metaphorical.
Yeah, I thought the song was really more like being pain, like being pinched or hurt by beauty.
Because even before I had the first
I can see that. Yeah.
Right.
Even I literally before I got told that it was like,
cocaine.
Yeah, but it was about cocaine. I was just like, somebody just liked the song.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Knowing what I know about how songs, like this wasn't
this needs to be the song.
Like this wasn't a song created for the movie. It was created before. So I want to know who heard this and said, Batman.
Immediately.
I want to. Let me
That's what I'm saying. Like someone had to organize. Like when we organize the music for the movie, like we gotta get Kiss for the Rose, and it gotta be the flagship song.
Yeah.
It gotta that's gonna tell you that Batman Returns, nigga, being kissed by a rose. Like, but I'm saying, like knowing the video. Bro, y'all didn't I can talk about that. We can do a segment on that. I'm mad about that. Like I can sit back and give Still a whole life in Gotham.
Bro,
now.
that run a Grammy.
Like I can give Still a whole life.
It did win a Grammy.
A whole life in Gotham now. Like I can feel like I can tell you that.
Bro, this song was written in 81 or 87. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. It came out
before.
before the movie. Somebody saw that and said,
"That's perfect, fam."
Well, I know the perfect song to start this album.
So it was written in 87. It was released in 91. After writing it, he felt embarrassed by it and threw the tape in the corner.
Because it was about cocaine.
It said that he didn't even present it to his producer until he was recording his second album.
Trying to say it was about cocaine, then. Yeah. He was ashamed. He was ashamed of it.
He was like, that was a dark time in my life.
Sorry, Seal. He definitely wanted to get this vent out. He was like, niggas like, we didn't sell that. He's like, no. That's my emotions. We gonna put it away. You know what I'm saying? And niggas like, Batman came out and was like, hey, bro. That's the one. You see, like that's.
And he said he never liked it
because he know what it's about.
And then he said, he said that his producer took it and was like, "Hey, this could be some shit." Basically, it was like
Somebody saw the vision.
Somebody know the story and was like, bro, I know your story, I get it, but this is some money.
Yeah,
This is dope.
like, look here, Batman.
Like, somebody,
you know what it was? Somebody was like, dog, here's why I bet somebody sold it to him. He's like, no, don't be ashamed about it. If you
it was
think
the Kilmer Batman.
right, it's like if you think, yeah, that was Kilmer.
It was the Kilmer Batman.
It's like if somebody told
what
Sil,
Batman is that? I thought it was Returns.
It's Forever.
Batman Forever, yeah.
What fucking year was Batman? I don't even remember that.
That was
movie.
95. I said 95,
But here-
95, like 95, 96.
What the fuck was the Batman?
Right.
Val Kilmer Batman.
That's the one with
That
Mr.
was when they had
Freeze
Uma
and
Thur-
Riddler. That was the one with Riddler.
Wasn't I thought it was one?
No,
Yeah, it had to be Riddler. It had to be Riddler.
he's in the video. Riddler's in the video.
Yeah, him, Tommy Lee, and Val Kilmer.
Yeah,
Jim Carrey, Tommy Lee, and Val Kilmer.
yeah.
Which Batman name was that? Forever? You said Batman?
Yes, Forever.
Oh, I do remember that one. I didn't like that one.
No,
either.
a lot of people didn't like.
That was in the Cole Kidman one.
Yep. So that's what So here's where I think.
Val Kilmer? Well, hold on. Nicole Kidman was in that one?
Yeah. If you're thinking of Poison Ivy was Uma Thurman.
Yeah.
But that was George Clooney. Yeah,
That was the Clooney one.
That was the Clooney
But
one.
that was the one. I was assuming this was.
But I'm thinking, like, I thought Catwoman was in Batman Returns with Penguin. Who was that?
Wait, she was in that one.
Catwoman wasn't in this one at all.
Who the fuck was Nicole Kidman?
She was his love interest. That was the red hair. You saw her in the video, the red hair.
Fam, I don't remember that movie at all. I gotta watch Batman Forever.
Hey,
I
I watched
playing
them
that
all.
game. That game was balls trash.
I watched it here. I'm
That
gonna show you the Batman Forever was this one because it'll help you once
Yeah.
you see it.
Fam, I always get that one and the Clooney one mixed together.
That's how I knew.
They're both that bad that they're the same movie to me.
I knew it because it also has a Robin in this one, and I bet that's what was fucking you up.
But that's why I liked it.
Remember, Batman Returns was only Penguin and Catwoman. Batman Returns.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, but was the Catwoman in that one though? The Val Kilmer one?
Did Val Kilmer do two?
Oh,
That's also what's fucking you up. Did he do two?
Yep, Val Kilmer did do two.
The fuck else he do?
Returns.
He did Returns and Forever.
No. Returns
He
is
didn't do
Keaton.
Returns.
Returns is Keaton.
Okay,
Yeah.
so then no, he
Keaton
didn't do
did
two.
Batman. That's what I'm saying. Keaton did two
Did Keaton
Batman.
do
Keaton did two.
Keaton did two.
Keaton did
Okay.
two Batmans. Yeah.
Keaton did
That's-
two.
I knew
and then
somebody did two,
yeah.
and that's
And
what's
then it
fucking
went
me up.
Val Kilmer, and then it
No,
went.
yeah, that's right.
And
Val
then
Kilmer
it
also
went.
So
did
Val
the
Kilmer
one.
was the third movie.
Yeah.
And then we got
'Cause
Clooney.
Yep.
I knew Batman and Robin. I knew Batman
Clooney
and
was the
Robin was the
last
last one. I knew that was the last one.
Because after Batman Returns, they said that shit went too far with Danny DeVito eating raw fish for real. So then they went Batman
sushi.
Forever.
Yeah.
No. That was.
But it wasn't sushi when he was.
Yeah, and so then they went Batman Forever, and then they said, okay, we got to go even further, and then they did Batman and Robin.
Fam, Keaton's the only nigga I
I
respect.
completely
Oh, yeah.
forgot Keaton did too. That's what was also.
No, I
funny.
always knew he did too. That's why I'm like, I thought they told us so. Seal tried to save Kilmer ass, nigga. Like,
But here's the thing.
Keaton didn't need no Seal. Nigga.
Here's
That's I thought.
here's what his producer. This is how a producer sold it. He said, "No, don't be ashamed of it. If you think about it, your story is just like Batman's story,
Right.
and that's how he sold it."
Said you out here being
Yeah,
Batman.
I want to know how did that get pitched to the movie. That's why I looked up the song. That's how I got to the movie. Because I'm like, fam, how did that?
Didn't Kelly do a song? Wasn't Batman? What was Batman? Batman.
Yeah, that wasn't the lead single. That was the other thing I found out. Kiss from a Rose wasn't the lead single for Batman. It was the second single. So I'm trying to figure out what was the first single.
Didn't R. Kelly do a Batman song though? Didn't he do like?
Gotham City in the ghetto.
The lead single was
That wasn't. I don't think that was his lead single, but Gotham City. R. Kelly's Gotham City. I don't know which one that was off of, but Gotham City in the Ghetto was one.
The lead single for it was a U2 song, Hold Me, Thrill Me, Kiss Me, Kill Me. Kiss from a Rose.
Gotham City was Batman and Robin. That's Gotham City. Gotham City in the Ghetto.
Man, what song was Batman? I feel like Batman was on the soundtrack to something.
This is not it. Hold on.
I was going to say, this definitely ain't how this started.
No.
Yeah, you hearing some.
But we have Gotham. Wait, what are you talking? What song are you talking about?
Fam, I feel like that bad. Like he had a song called "I'm a Bad Man." I feel like it was to a soundtrack to something.
See, this is. Whatever. We already passed the demonetization. This is Gotham City in the Ghetto.
I don't remember this song.
I don't know. I'm a Bad Man with Shaft. Never mind.
I'm a Batman.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That's what you was thinking.
That was
at the
different
time.
Batman. That don't even fit Batman style.
I didn't know what. I thought you was thinking of something
Me
completely.
too. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was thinking about.
All right. Well, let's talk about Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
All right, man.
So
this
Bacardi
is-
only watched episode 1. Me and Dej watched both episode 1 and 2.
I mean, so I can talk with you a little bit.
So
'cause, I mean,
first
there's
things
an
first.
overall thing
How
that
are you
we already-
feeling about? Like, let's talk about because you got some gripes.
I just
with
said it was. I just said it was. I didn't really remember the first episode. Like compared to WandaVision,
Yeah.
it just really. It was a very forgettable episode. Like I mean, the fights were good. Like like the knowing there's gonna be action or whatever in it, but I didn't. For me, like I said, I think the underlying thing that we were talking about, like there's a lot of black issues they're trying to think.
Yeah.
That overshadowed the movie for me,
Well,
and I don't really remember. I mean, or overshadowed the show.
I
and
also
don't really
think
remember.
that we might be a little spoiled in the fact that we've dealt with so much cosmic and
Well,
fantasy
no, I mean,
shit.
but there's a lot of people I know who actually who don't like WandaVision because it was like
There was a lot of people
It was
didn't.
a lot of like cosmic and not. You know
But I'm
what I'm
saying even in you figure even in the last like Endgame, Infinity War, both of those were a lot of cosmic shit.
Yeah.
You figure
Yeah, we
before
haven't
that,
had really straight up fights since
straight up
Civil
fighting.
War,
That's what
pretty
I'm gonna
much.
say. Like, yeah,
Yeah,
it's been
yeah.
so long
Civil War.
since we had that. I think some of the people who may feel a different type of way about this is like, well, you haven't had that in damn near 5 years, maybe.
It's been about that because I mean, if you think about even with Endgame fighting and all that kind of stuff, it really wasn't a lot of
Yeah, like I
physical.
said, Civil War probably was the last fisticuffs like
Yeah.
action.
physical fight. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And even
So-
then, that still had some because we still had Vision in there. We
Yeah, you still had-
Wanda,
you still had the people who
you know
had
what I'm saying,
powers.
powers in it. But like, so I mean,
no, you don't. Yeah, because
so matter of fact, if we go technically, Winter Soldier probably would be
Winter
the last
Soldier is
one.
the solid one. That's
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
much
Solid
fisticuff.
one.
Yeah, that was fully like
Just
fully
that's
just
the-
guns
that
and
could-
guns and fights.
Yeah,
you
that
know?
if you change the character's name, it can just be. This could just be an action movie.
Yep.
Like if, you,
Yeah.
if they weren't who they were.
Yep.
it'd
Yeah, I
just
was
be an
looking at
action
it like a
movie.
buddy cop superhero
Yeah.
action. Yeah,
Yeah, because even with Black Panther, and oh no, that's Civil War. I'm still thinking about. Never mind. Yeah. So even
But I
with-
mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, but still, like he had that.
Even in Black Panther, you still had the like with everything with the heart shaped herb and
Yeah.
everything. Like
Yeah.
it was still that mystical.
no.
aspect
I
of
was
it.
talking about Black Panther's introduction. That was
Civil
Civil
War.
War.
Oh, that was
But it
Civil War,
good because,
yeah.
I mean, it was Civil War.
Because I was
but
gonna say, even with him, it's still even though the suit gives him like he can
Yeah.
jump and shit, but it was still fisticuffs.
Yeah, still
Yeah.
fight. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like the last fisticuffs that we really saw is
Civil War.
No, it's Civil
Winter-
War, but the major one
major
Is probably, yeah.
is,
Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier. Like that was because if you think about the fact that Winter Soldier was a villain, that's how he fought everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you really had like
Just
it was
either
guns
guns
and coming
and
up on
fight,
me.
yeah.
Yeah. So you couldn't. It wasn't about using no power. So
Yep.
like that's why. That's where if you don't remember it, like this looks weird.
It looks
watching
weird,
it.
especially
Especially knowing it's a Marvel show.
it's a Marvel show,
And because they're both really more just physical. They're just humans
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
suits.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
both of them.
Which
Like-
is weird because I was thinking about doing like a just sort of like a comic book expose on both of them.
Mm-hmm.
Just something for like the YouTube or even Patreon. And in the comics, I didn't know that Sam Wilson had powers.
Well, his technically because technically his what's the name is he can
Talk to his wings or whatever.
he
Yeah.
can talk to birds in general.
Because the what's the thing? Red Wing, right?
Yeah, Red Wing.
Red Wing is a real.
It's
eagle.
an actual bird.
No,
in the
is it a falcon or an eagle? It's a falcon.
It's a falcon. Yeah, it's a falcon.
It's a real falcon, not
the
a
comics.
mechanical.
Oh, I
falcon.
do remember that. In the,
And
in the
I,
comic book,
I didn't
yeah.
know much about his whole comic history.
Yep.
And like he got I forgot what it's called. It was some power cube essentially.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But like he got dosed with that essentially,
Yep.
got powers. And I was like, so I was gonna ask it because I'm like, damn, did I just miss that? Did they ever touch on that anywhere
Nope,
in the
they
MCU?
never did. They made him regular. They made
And
him
he's a regular human. I was
Yeah,
like, okay.
everything was mechanical that he
Yeah.
just had. Like it wasn't. And so that the
Well, he
robot-
still had the mechanical. He still had the mechanical like.
So what they made
wings.
it, they made it a thing. Remember, they made it. That was like a secret service section.
Yeah.
Of people who piloted
Yeah.
that suit.
Dude, yeah,
Yeah.
and he was just like the best at it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like that's what I'm saying. Like, they made it like he was part of a program, but I do remember the fact that he was like some kind of bird.
Yep.
Yeah,
he
I didn't
really-
know. I didn't know that until like I said I was looking it up, and I was like, "Damn, that would have been something interesting to touch." Where it's like, I mean, that'll start.
You can
going-
always touch into it. You can probably say that he just never knew he had it. And he eventually was like,
Yeah, I mean, they
Yeah.
they
Talks to a
could,
bird.
but I mean, at this point, I don't think they would.
I don't think they will
It'd
because
be
he's had
pointless.
enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I can see something like he can go into distress and the bird comes to him, and that's how he gets saved. I mean, I can see it. We wouldn't need it because the futuristic Marvel and the cinematic version, like,
Yeah.
they don't want to really touch anything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But if they wanted to show, even if they just wanted to show a glimpse of that he got that power, it could just be like maybe he's in distress in some sense, and it's like a bird comes and kind of just looks at him, and then it just hits off, and then that's,
it's more like an Easter egg to it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I guess if
you know what? I actually can see them doing that.
Yeah.
Because Marvel loves doing Easter eggs that don't pay off until like 20 years later.
Yeah.
I mean,
like they'll do something, you like, wait, what?
The only reason that you would put the two together it would be because it would be like if they made a scenario where he's stranded somewhere, and let's say like Cap or somebody see the bird, or somebody see the bird, they like, I think we should follow the bird, kind of thing. You'd be like, that's how niggas be like, well, they ain't say it,
right?
But now we gonna say that he telepathically told the bird to get help. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hey, so also. This series does have its Mephisto. Just want to let you guys know. What was old boy from the one that was in the computer? The nigga. Remember he was in Captain America. Then he ended up in Winter Soldier when they tried to kill Natasha Romanoff and Captain America, and he was in the computer.
Oh fuck! I don't remember his name.
I can think of his name. I know what you're talking about. But the guy
But right now people are saying it's him behind everything.
So they trying to say he's the Mephisto
of this series, because
like not necessarily like actually Mephisto, but like he's the big
the big bad. So because right now, so if you again spoiler alert, the main thing about this series is like that secret group. They're trying to figure out why are they all super soldiers? Because they all now have they seem to have super soldier power.
Are they trying to figure? I didn't get that they were trying to figure out why. I just figured they were using it to their advantage.
No. They are using it to their advantage.
Oh, you're saying like the other squad? Yeah, everybody else.
Yeah,
okay,
Falcon and them.
Yeah.
Falcon
okay,
and them. They're trying to figure out like, wait, we thought the super soldier program was done. There's no more. What serum? So how do these people have it? So so everybody thinks. So the Mephisto aspect, and they're saying that he is still operating because he's now in technology. He's never really shut down. He's the one that's supplying it because he was around it.
It's probably just gonna be Zemo.
Well, here's the thing. In the comics, and this is what we'll get into. In the comics, Zemo. So remember, Zemo's main thing is he doesn't want any more super soldiers. And in that group, they want everybody to be super soldiers, right? So in the comics, when Falcon and Winter Soldier and just in general, when they team up with Zemo to find out who's doing this, but then Zemo eventually finds out who's doing it, kills him off, and then tries to kill everybody else because he doesn't want any. He doesn't. That remember Zemo's whole thing is
I know they
he
said
don't
that
want powers.
He's gonna wear his
Zemo's main focus is he doesn't think people should be superpowered at all. He wants all superpower villains, heroes, villains, everything gone. So that's going to be where it's like.
I just figured they probably switched it because they made such a big thing about him.
They could, but. One thing about this, so let's get into the first episode since Bacardi did watch the first episode.
Had this black moment.
They had the black moment. They had the I'm trying to be like you.
I mean, we need it.
We like that. But then they went a little bit too far black because then the bank denying us the loans.
I mean, and you just denying. Like I said, that's what I said. My thing was, I don't like that they used a black character to show that superheroes are not getting paid or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They used the strife of whatever because it really wasn't about him needing something. It was about him looking out for family or whatever.
Yeah, he wanted to make sure that they wouldn't sell the boat.
Yeah, and it kind of turned into this like, and he like, he coming in as the collateral face. Like, hey, I'm co-signing this, and I feel like they treated him like, is this really your family though? Like, is this like a little cuz moment, y'all hustling, whatever? Like he kind of gave him like, no matter all the shit he did, it's like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, it definitely made me think about what we thought about do the other superheroes have this moment? But it's like we do say that like no one's. That's my thing was that they don't write this in. It's not in comic books. It is not necessary to be out there. So they actually have a scene where you want to talk about that they don't get paid, where you want to talk about like we can't give you this loan,
right.
I still want a selfie with you. It's like no character had to express this or have a concern about this, but dude, you know what I'm saying? But dude, so it's like I don't want to watch this show trying to see a get it out the mud story.
I really do hope.
Me either.
I really do hope, and I after reading something
like this nigga did enough. Like
I'm just kind of
even
afraid.
as a Mackie, I'd be like, bro, I kind of think I did enough to not be having to do this. Like, like
so.
It fears me because my fault to cut you off is at one point they were talking about basically as a black hero, Falcon and comparing him to T'Challa, and they're essentially T'Challa. Yeah, he's the African character. but he has a very different story than a black man in America. And that's when they said that, I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie. I was just like, I mean, I'm
that's
tired of our stories always being about the same like four things.
But the bad thing about it though is like if they really wanted to water down the Falcon and this version Falcon, Anthony Mackie Falcon, he's just a nigga in a suit. Like he don't got no powers.
So
everybody had the same kind of outfit at one point. He was just cold at it.
Yeah, and this is why.
Like, you know
Lib had said that, and I said if it was just that one moment, I'll be okay with it. But if they dwell on it, then I'm gonna have an issue with it.
And episode two, they hit it again.
They hit it again. Like so, literally, like so. One, they talk. Like they go into this moment where like
they're arguing outside in Baltimore.
and then in Baltimore. And then police pull up, and they immediately address Bucky. Like, is he bothering you? Are you having an issue with him? Stuff like that.
Are they in costume or are they just regular?
They just in regular attire. And then
they
even at some point, like even as Bucky's telling him, like, "Hey, you're good." He's obviously Falcon's getting mad.
No. Before you get in that, because the one thing is, police says, "Do you have ID?" He said, "No, I don't have any ID." And then he's like, "Just show him your ID." He's like, "Hell no, I'm about to show him the ID." Bucky's trying to tell him to show.
Stop being. Hey, we're just asking. Trying to act like he's getting too hostile and stuff. And I'm just like,
and then the second police comes and whispers something in his ear, and he's like, "Oh man, I'm sorry, Mr. Wilson. I didn't know it was you. I didn't notice you without your goggles."
That make it even worse.
Yeah.
Because that was literally all black people look the same.
Yeah. It was,
you know what I'm saying?
And that's,
like, so, fam, I don't know if I'm gonna make it through this. Like, I don't know.
It was
like Anthony Mackie, you've been doing good, bro. You've been doing good. He had like the shit he been doing.
Yeah,
he been doing like, bro. I know Disney. Like this Disney money, but. Fam,
it could have been.
You don't even want to put. You shouldn't even want that kind of hero out to the world for people to see. Like we don't. There's enough of that shit going on. This show a successful black superhero.
Well, that's why I wanted to bring up the part where he was talking about Sam Wilson being a black American hero.
Yeah,
like he was like, you had the yes, you had the character you could look up to, the black hero and T'Challa and everything. But from what I gathered from what he was saying is like this is supposed to show the actual black male in America. And
I don't know that you noticed. Even I don't know if you noticed in episode 1 when he's talking to I think his nephew.
Matter of fact, real quick, was it a black person that reminded the cop?
No,
it was another white cop. Yeah. So it was a white cop. Till they acknowledged that he was a black. Okay,
but
I don't know. If he was the black dude, I'd have been really mad. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if y'all noticed, but when he was talking to his nephew, I think his nephew was saying, "My dad calls you the Black Falcon."
That was in this episode.
That was in this episode.
Oh. It wasn't his nephew. It was some random kid. He was hey, it's Black Falcon. And then he was like, "I'm just Falcon." The kid was like, "Yeah, my dad called you Black Falcon." And he was like, "Is it because I'm black?" And then the kid kind of looked. He was like, "You a kid? Should I call you a black kid?" And the kid kind of
literally that.
It hit him where he was like, "Okay, yeah, you're not just Black Falcon because you Black and Falcon." And he went to the other kid like, "I got him right." And I'm like, "Oh, I don't want that."
See, I don't want that.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't want the black. I don't want the black experience to really invade. Like I get it because these are supposed to be like.
However, if this is, I'm sorry to cut you off. If this is literally just those two, I deal.
I mean, it's on.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I said that about episode 1.
Yeah, I know.
I said, if it's just one,
because I watched episode 1, I was like, bro, this is what we're doing.
I feel like we're gonna be on episode 8. Like, I mean, if it's just these 8 episodes,
which is why I said.
That's what I'm saying. If only 6 episodes, you gave us 2.
That means this had to be all the lead. I have to hope that the last 4 is all action, but that shit not gonna happen again.
I was really stuck on the bank thing because I was watching it and I was like, I really like how your eyes are squinting and you like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was really like, why is this in here? Like, why is it didn't? But then it made me expand on the scene in general. It was like, why did he have to come home and have a problem with finding that he got to save it? Like
that
I
got that. Sense because it was 5 years where basically half the universe was gone.
Then I'm gonna need somebody story.
Not even that.
Had that same kind of problem.
Wait, not even that. No, well, so here's the thing. The reason why I understood that. So and this is what I got from it, and then kind of reading a little bit into it. Again, their parents passed, and they both were handling it, but then he had to go. Remember, Captain America showed up on his doorstep unannounced, saying, "Hey, I need your help," and then that kind of thrusted him into this adventure world.
Outside of that, he was also gone for 5 years. So
well, before that,
I'm sure.
I'm talking about before that. So the thing about it is that if let's say you and your brother, you guys go into something like, okay, this is for the family, but then you have a bigger cause, and your brother may understand, but he was the one holding the rest of the family.
Yeah.
So like I get that because like then, but you got to think Anthony. Hold on. You got to think Anthony Mackie
kill both of y'all.
Yeah.
After you finish
No, you kill about. I just was saying with Anthony Mackie coming back. Thinking about like, okay, I'm saving the world, but damn, you know what? I do got a responsibility for my family. So he's trying to overcompensate for the time that he lost, and so I got that whole scene of why he was trying to do so much with that at that moment.
So far, there's only been 2 niggas has been affected by the blip that we have to physically see how their life is going and how rough it was. It was Monica.
Okay.
And it's now fam.
But we also saw somebody a nigga whose life was doing great after the blip, and that was Rhodey. He was in there. Nigga was back, and nigga was back.
Hey, Rhodey was back, remember?
He was back.
I'm trying to be like you.
Military blues and everything.
I'm trying to be like you.
Like he was back.
They gave us 1. If we got 3 in that, if we got 3 that fast, he was like, hold on, bro. This ain't right.
So my rebuttal to that is of that we've also only seen basically 2 stories post blip.
No,
like
3.
the Spider-Man one, that's why they said that was part of the reason they said that the writing in this went the way it did, because they said that Marvel sort of felt that the Spider-Man one was sort of made everything post blip seem too okay. Like niggas just got back to life too okay.
Yeah.
So
because you couldn't do nothing devastating to the kid.
Yeah. So
we saw Spider-Man.
So we saw Spider-Man. You figure Wanda's like the whole WandaVision one, and then this.
Yeah.
So that's what I said. Yeah, 3. You were right. 3.
That's what I'm saying. Like the Wanda one. That's what I'm saying. The WandaVision one, knowing that like it affected everybody. But I mean, the story that we get of like what it did. Like I mean, we didn't get a lot.
I was saying we didn't get enough
to devastate her, and like she ain't got no job or how, like it's not like
her mom just died.
Her mom died, but it was the fact that we get that like because we also get the fact that her mom died, and there's some kind of slight beef that we don't know. Or whatever that like her mom wouldn't like wouldn't.
Well, it wasn't necessarily a beef between her mom and it. She probably just felt some type of way that Carol hadn't been back since Captain Marvel. So it's like you don't
because like I actually was fine with her. Like I was fine with mine but it was like it brought my attention when I saw this because it was another after blip moment.
But
I think everything's gonna be after
that's
blip.
What they're trying to.
That's what I said. I get, and that's what, maybe because it is their show. Like I'm hoping like because Bucky don't got family, nothing like that. We don't get an after blip moment.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
For him, just get him being tortured about what he had to do during the year.
Well, that and also just like the it's pretty much the ghost of Captain America.
That too, yeah.
That just kind of like what do we do now? Like living up to the living up.
Hey, side note: the dude who playing the new Captain America is Kurt Russell's son.
Is it?
Yeah.
Now that I didn't know.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
That's funny.
That funny? You talking about the funny looking dude?
Yeah, that's Kurt Russell's son.
Do you know the story of him?
No.
So in the comics, this is a true live story, and this is where I think that.
I mean, like real life.
Well, I'm talking about
like
comics.
Exactly. Okay. But this is what I think what they're gonna play out because in the comics. So the America don't talk about the super soldier syndrome because somebody is still doing it under the wraps, right?
Right.
So he technically does have the super soldier syndrome, but it's kind of like a bootleg version of it. But what ends up happening is what makes him different from Captain America is he snaps and he starts killing people, and that's when they kind of gotta
bring him back in.
Well, in the comics, Captain America.
He don't.
In the comics, Captain America comes back and stop him.
Like he wakes up from the dead.
No,
or he's never dead.
So Captain America stops being Captain America, and then the U.S. like, no, we need a new Captain America.
Captain America died in the real Civil War one, in the comic book Civil War.
No,
he just stopped.
That was after. He did die in the comics.
Yeah,
because I remember I got that. I
was pissed off about that because he pretty much got sniped.
I remember literally getting an alert. Like, it was one of my early self, literally getting an alert. I'm like, well, what the fuck is this?
He was mad at that.
Alert said Captain America's dead.
Bro, it literally said Captain America dead today, and I forgot what age he got. I'm like, what is this? I'm like, who's Captain America? I'm not even thinking about the comic. Who the fuck do they call this Captain America? Yeah. And I had to be like 12, 13. I had just got my first cell phone.
Fam, I don't want you to remember this.
And I just remember going like to Yahoo, and I'm like, it's Captain America, like the comic. I was so mad.
See, me, I was pissed off because I was just like, fam, it's Captain America, Super Soldier, and he got sniped.
Yeah,
they used to get sniped. It's kind of like,
I was like, that's how you take him out. That's
like,
weak as bitch.
And I'm mad that he didn't see it coming. Like, I mean, you've been. Was it? I'm assuming it's old Cap, so he had to been just
so
like slipping.
Are the rumors true that he signed the new Disney deal?
Oh shit!
Chris
I don't
Evans?
know. I have no clue.
I keep seeing those, like, it'll pop up.
I didn't even
And-
see
I mean,
that.
he can do some old shit. If they're gonna, bro, he can definitely do them Disney TV show shit. Just like
No,
old.
but it was Disney, like, movie deal. Like, to show up. That's what the rumor was. I don't know for sure if it's
Well,
true.
here's the thing. Like I said, if they follow the comics and depending on how
And
they
that's why I was
go,
gonna- that's why I was
and
brought it
that's
up.
what I was saying, because in the comics when he goes crazy, because matter of fact, so you haven't seen this episode.
Yeah.
So in this episode,
But I've been seeing the post of the
Yeah.
Captain
Hey, he,
America.
Well,
he
outside
definitely
of
got
that-
no powers, though.
I don't know. You saw how he threw that shield.
Fam,
I
love
feel
how
like-
they say he looked like dude from Up though.
He do look like Fam from Up.
Right.
But
No.
fam,
Oh
I feel
my
like the
God.
shit, it's also still an adamantium shield. Like, I feel
No,
like
but no.
tossing it.
So here's the thing. So they show like him training. He throws the shield. It hits boom, 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 and he catches it like Cap.
He does.
Like,
He does.
And when he fights, he's fighting like Cap. So here's the thing. He truly does have good intentions. But again, in the comics, he snaps.
Right.
Because in the
You
comics, he
kinda
had good
start to
snaps.
see it, 'cause that's
You
when
start
he-
seeing it, right? So, but here's the thing. So in this one, it's this group of individuals who have super soldier powers. And Bucky and fucking Falcon is getting their ass whooped. So then
Because like you fighting a bunch of Captain Americas.
yeah, and so
Yeah.
so New Cap comes down and they kind of get a little bit of edge, but then they eventually all get their ass whooped. So when I'm thinking about it, I'm thinking about the comics. It's like, well, shit, if he is Captain America light, but still got the super soldier serum,
Captain America,
and then
like,
he
great
get his-
value Captain America.
right?
And he's just U.S. agent? Ain't that what they called him?
Well, that's what he ends up. When he ends up turning into U.S. agent. That's his superhero name moniker.
Does he like stay a character in the Marvel universe?
Yep.
Here it is right here. So, okay, so maybe it's more than a rumor. So, Polygon reported it. It says that Chris Evans and Marvel Studios are closing in on a deal where he would reprise the role of Captain America in at least one.
Yeah, so here's the thing.
That
so,
means they need him back for something. So I mean,
That's what.
So
that-
this
that's
is-
what. That's what made me bring it up now. Because I'm like, are they gonna do that? Because even at the end, sort of. I know we were just sort of jumping around these two episodes, but like at the end when they basically told him like, no, we good, y'all, because y'all still gotta follow so much protocol and like
Yeah.
red tape. And you like the way he looked, and like the way the music sounded, he was like, then stay out of my way. And like he had kind of like a darker
he says,
look.
well, stay the hell out
Yeah,
of my
it was,
way.
yeah, it was stay the hell out of my way.
Right.
He had like kind of a darker look. The music kind of got like a little darker.
Yep.
And it's like, is
So-
that like the first signs of
Yep,
like where
and
he
so-
he has the potential to snap?
Right, and if he snaps, and that's the thing about it is, it's like, okay, so who's going to really stop him? Because like Bucky technically can stop him, but in the comics they needed Captain America to stop him. It was Captain America versus him. So if they have to do that again, or
And that's why I was wondering, would it be especially with the multiverse opening back up, because.
oh, well, he comes back as a different Cap from a different
Yeah.
universe.
could be.
And that's why, like I said, I started seeing those rumors like,
Is that how they did it? Have they ever did that in the comic books though, where it was the exact same looking Cap from a different universe?
I can't remember but here's the thing, they've done that before. Because Old Man Logan, we thought it was a canon storyline, but then we come to find out that's a whole alternate universe, and then another universe of Logan. So that's why Wolverine is still Wolverine. So it's like they do that often, where it's like you think it's something and then somebody
Because he
dies.
looks just like him or whatever. That's what I'm
Same
saying.
thing,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because I mean, that's what even in that aspect when you think about it, like I can see that. Because that's when I was thinking about alternate universe, I try not to think about it like it will always be the same. Because that's why we get like Miles Morales and everybody. They would never be the same race. So that's what I'm like.
Well,
that's
I
why
think
was like,
they'd still
But
be-
I mean, if you think about it, there's so many dimensions. Like there still could be a dimension that looks exactly like how you were. You know what I'm saying? Like they always try to say people feel like there's a doppelganger in your world anyway.
Right.
So I feel like if you at least use a nigga one more time, it's like saying like this is a doppelganger version of him. You know what I'm saying? Like.
But what was really good, because again, this is what I wanted to kind of get your reaction on to it. So they go before the scene of the police scene and everything like that. We meet Isaiah Bradley. So Isaiah Bradley in the comics, he was the first person black to don the Captain America, right?
Mm-hmm.
But again, in this universe, because he wasn't blipped, he never was frozen and everything like that. We catch Isaiah Bradley as old, but of course he still has super strength and everything like that.
Right.
So the way it goes is pretty much happen when they're trying to figure it out, and then like they get their ass whooped. Falcon's like, damn, we don't even got no leads, and then Bucky's like, I got somebody I need you to meet. So then he goes meet him, and then like him and Isaiah Bradley and Bucky have the standoff, because then when they was talking about it during the time when when Bucky was pure Winter Soldier, they called Isaiah Bradley one time to go fight him, and he was like, "Yeah, I broke that nigga arm." Like he was talking mad shit. To
Isaiah
Bucky.
Bradley was
yeah, he was like, "Yeah, we knew each other back in the day." He was like, "If you mean I beat your ass back in the day and I broke your arm," he was like, "I really just only wanted to see. I only answered the door to see if one he grew that arm back and if he was here to kill me." But he was like old man, like old man. But
He's
but
definitely
he said like,
grandpa.
when he was a young, like
he
so
was.
it was they basically.
But so in our, because I mean Bucky isn't old. I
But
mean, you know
Bucky would have been old, but remember he got frozen like Cap.
Yeah.
He did get frozen.
Yeah,
like
they
Cap.
both got frozen like Cap. So we see him. But
So
then
he's saying he fought that nigga way back.
Yeah. But then again, another black moment. When they leave, Falcon's like, "Wait a minute, why y'all didn't tell me about him?" He was like, "You mean nobody told us that there was a black superhero with the super soldier?" And Bucky was like, "Well, Cap didn't know. I just knew." He was like, "So you mean to tell me you ain't tell me?" Like he was pissed. Like, nigga, there's a black one.
I could have been getting all the points I need for the right nigga. Like you gotta think if you could like how old as he is now, he like, dog, I recruited him with the wrong group.
Yeah.
Like I could have been like, cuz, I'm with you.
But he tell his story, and again, it's on some black slave shit.
Yeah.
He was like,
they basically
they took black people involuntarily, gave them the super soldier syndrome. He was like, what? He was like, you know what happened to me? I got put in prison for 30 years for being a super soldier. Like, so it's like it's still that black struggle shit.
Even in like,
because I'm mad at that because like if you got put in like you a super soldier, you could bust out of jail.
not necessarily depending on what, because if they created, they know the limits of yours.
Remember?
Oh, being saying like they just
or could
like,
yeah.
I'm sure it wasn't normal jail.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was like, all right.
It definitely could have been normal jail.
Yeah.
But I mean, they we go like that's real black history that we say,
It is.
But it's just,
it goes to like we like damn
we
it,
literally
fam.
black people literally can't get an escape. If you 9 times out of 10, if you want something
Just
black
let me be a
made,
black
it's
why
black
can't you
struggle.
be a black
Why can we just have black, like, even if you
been a
wanted
black
to go
hero.
like, even if you wanted that little inkling of nobody remembered the black super soldiers, like, why did it have to come from that, like, being
Why
being
prison had to be
experimented
involved?
on? Like,
yeah, I mean,
it's just
like you had to put this nigga like in the street. Like I'd rather just hear that you was getting race. Like when I'm in regular clothes, I was still getting racially profiled.
Yeah.
Right.
But
Like, that would've been so
they
much
didn't
better.
like me so much that they arrested us.
Like,
they gave us the disease and then arrested us for having the disease.
that was the one thing that was just so disappointing, and it's like, bro, everything doesn't have to be
But
black
that
struggle.
moment, when you watch it, I feel like you gonna like you gonna feel that moment because
Fam.
Falcon had a real black moment. Like, y'all didn't tell me there was a black superhero.
Yeah.
With the power.
that's what I'm saying. I could definitely see. Because I mean, that's what I'm saying. When you think about the timeline of like when he fought and how you saying like he's older, or whatever. Now it's like it's definitely like fan probably saucy. Like I thought he was the man, like Captain America. Like I'm thinking, dude, what's the dude? I need to be taller than that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it was a nigga that I could have started a team with way back. Like
Yeah,
like we could have been out here eating your shit up, nigga. Like, cause if I knew it was a nigga that's the same as this nigga, but a nigga,
Yeah.
it's like, did I know it was a nigga version of everybody?
And
nigga?
Sam clearly didn't lose any strength when he threw. What was it? I think it was like it had to be like a cigarette box, like like how they had the old school cigarette boxes.
yeah.
He threw that. That
He
shit
threw
stuck
it and it
into
stuck
the
to
wall.
Like, Because Bucky was trying to ask, he's like, I really want to ask you some questions. And he was like, nigga, I ain't got shit to talk to you about. And threw that shit and then it stuck in the wall. Because remember, they was beefing because of it. So he thought it was beef. He thought, like, you come here to finish the job. And Bucky's like, nah, I'm not on that. I really want to ask you some questions. He's like, nah, we ain't cool.
That's what set him off. He was like, I'm not a killer anymore. And Fam was
yeah.
like, oh yeah, you really think you could just not be a killer anymore?
Yeah.
Like, you just really think that's
yeah,
the shit you can do?
He was like, you think you can wake up and choose who you gonna be? You know what happened to me? Nigga, I was in prison.
Like,
Oh, that's how you get to the prison.
that was what set him off.
Fair, yeah. I mean, I just don't like. I mean, I hope that we can. I mean, this is all definitely in the realms of the fact that we are living in a world that most of our favorite character heroes are made. You know, they're made in a world where it's like we need to eventually get to a point where we can change the dialect and change the dialogue where we are writing characters who are just everyday people.
What's fucked up is though I mean,
you need it though in a sense.
I would say in a sense they are staying true to the comic.
Yeah, like you need it because I mean, like I said, when you told me that the whole like cop like harassing them, I'm like, were they in costume? And you like, no, I'm like, then it really is like what it would be. It would be, you know what I'm saying? And it's like,
and like I'm pretty sure a similar scene like that happened in the comics.
But I feel like.
I was reading his story. It was talked about so much about how being the black superhero. He had a whole section in my research.
But everybody do because I mean that's why I didn't like Black Lightning. Remember the first
bro? He had a whole section that was just about
fucking
first scene.
First scene was the
He
pullover.
had a whole section that was just called like being the token black superhero. And like that was a huge part of his run apparently.
But I mean,
his fight's about being a token black superhero. So I knew what we were gonna get into with this. But I'm so tired of seeing black struggle be the only thing that we get.
Like I feel like I hate that black struggle. I hate what I really hate is that the way we're on the same level of superheroes. Like the fact that Falcon can stand with Captain and everybody else, but when niggas are out of clothes,
you got to get the black struggle.
You got to get black struggle. You know what I'm saying? Because my thing is like, just stay in fucking costume.
Because it's like he could have
just stay in costume.
You could have had the whole. You could have had the whole situation.
That doesn't even matter because Luke Cage pretty much always stayed in costume because his costume is the shit, and he still got the black struggle.
I feel like Luke Cage is, as far as show wise, Luke Cage just deal with a lot of niggas. So
I get your point.
They didn't show a lot of like white cops jumping there on Luke Cage. You know what I'm saying?
I get your point. We could have had still the situation of his sister feeling abandoned, needing the money and stuff.
Yeah.
And not having the whole bank scene.
Yeah. I mean,
you could have had that.
It really could have just been like, I'm gonna figure it out.
Yeah, I'm gonna figure it out.
Where she get it happens. Why does it have to be like my thing is like, why do we got to show that this shit don't work for us?
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why can't it just be like this nigga's the hero?
Right.
So why
this nigga was in the military?
Gotta show that he gotta
this nigga was in the military. Like this
credited military.
Yeah. We don't gotta show that
he was high up in the military enough where you're getting the special equipment. You're getting something.
You can sell something, nigga. Like something you can sell,
right?
To like that's what I'm saying. Like why we just can't show that we just take care of our people. Like if you a hero and whatever, and your family come to you.
I mean, if we talking in reality, they don't really take care of the military people.
They.
But we're talking about.
But he was high. That's why I made sure to say he was higher up.
My thing is like what we're talking about though is like. If we're saying that Falcon is supposed to be part of this elite of superheroes around, then I don't need you commonly going to a fucking bank. Like, highlight your superhero people.
Be fair, Tony Stark is dead.
Yep, and to be fair, America really didn't like the superhero. Remember, that was the whole Sokovia Accords. It was.
I mean, it's a lot of I get what you're giving me.
The one who probably could have, and I don't know if he would have, but was Tony Stark. Really, at this point, it's like, fam, where's Pepper? What is she doing?
Nigga,
Pepper.
where Nick at? Nigga, the only black nigga out where
Nick
Nick
in
space.
No, Nick can make something happen.
He in space.
Nick can do some shit on the keyboard and be like, her credit good. She good.
He in space.
He don't know.
He don't know. He in space.
He probably fucking Falcon. We talked about that. He probably a fucking Falcon.
He looking on space like this nigga trying to get along.
He might not.
God.
We talked about that.
Samuel Jackson voice like, hey, this motherfucker trying to get alone down there.
Remember when we was talking about when Monica got her powers? The nigga, we got a black that I fuck with got powers. Like,
I mean, but yeah, bro, I don't.
It's you know, it is what this said. Where's Pepper? Pepper should have kept it going financially for them.
At least if that's what it's supposed to be. If that's where it's coming from, like. If that like my is
like
my
who's
thing
running
is,
Stark
my thing
Industry
is like
now?
you don't gotta show this change.
I gotta assume Pepper.
I know what I'm saying.
I gotta assume her.
If Pepper's running Stark Industry,
or shit, where the hell is Happy?
Yeah, somebody.
Oh, Happy. He knee deep in Aunt May.
Yeah,
that's true.
I
get
this nigga jumped through a portal. Like, oh, I'm in shit.
I get that. Mr. Tomei was looking amazing. I get that. He's smart.
As I'm saying, like he's like, oh, y'all gave me a good nigga.
Yeah,
like
he's smart.
He get to the right portal. Like, oh, I'm in this anime. Like, all right,
he's smart. I get his reasoning.
I like this verse.
I get his reasoning. You're right. But it would help Pepper.
But I mean, that's what I said. My thing is like, I just feel like. If you really want to show some kind of progression or whatever, or even if you want to teach a kid something, like teach a kid that like reaching, like working hard and reaching for something is like just that you don't got to show that it's a progress or whatever.
Just
if they came to you, and if me as a black kid watching Falcon and thinking I want to be him, but he's struggling like I'm struggling. Like,
because it does tell you at the end of it, you can do all this shit. If you watch this thing, you fought, you saved the world.
Yeah.
You came
in, nigga, you was the nigga in the ear. You was the
The first voice.
You the one that gave him hope again. Nigga was
white people hope.
No, not even
you gave
not
white
even
people
that.
hope.
Dog, the way the theater erupted when you heard, "Hey, yo, Cap on your left," nigga, everybody was like, "Oh shit!"
I'll never forget.
And he gave you like,
the dude in front of me. He turned to he like it was like the two rows in front of me. When you heard the on your left,
grown men crying.
I heard one dude, he was like, "Ain't no way." And I'm like, "Damn, we knew what we were getting into, like really." But like, he like, "Ain't no way."
But,
then you hear it again when he come through, bro. The two rows, they turn to hug each other,
crying, hugging, high five.
I was definitely.
This is what I'm talking about, Anthony Mackie. How do you make this? Like, you made a moment in your life,
Yeah,
and you can't get a fucking background for your cousin. You know what I'm saying? Like, you out here talking to this nigga like, I mean,
Hey, wait. I wonder.
Because everybody that can box for you is dead.
Wait,
You know what I'm saying?
I wonder what one-liners did he think of before he said, "I'm gonna say on your left."
Yeah.
Like he might be sitting there like, "All right, when I come back, I'm gonna say, surprise, motherfucker." Like, nah, I'm gonna do this.
You think it was in the script?
That had to be.
No.
Oh, you saying?
I'm just saying in general.
Like, no.
Falcon sitting there thinking like, "All right,
I guarantee you, Falcon.
I'm gonna come back like I'm rich." But no, that's too much.
I
That's
guarantee
too
they
much.
gave him a couple chances. Like, you can wing it. Figure it out. Like, I think if you act
No, I'm not talking about in real life. I'm talking about if we.
Bro, I gotta think.
I'm talking about Falcon as a character sitting there knowing that you're gonna blip back. Like, all right, what I'm gonna say?
When you
I gotta imagine he did this on purpose. Like, even that he's just thinking like, "Hey, Strange, make sure I come out on his left. Make sure I come out on his left. I got a whole thing.
Like,
before he got there, like what he thought of before, and then he was like, "Oh wait a minute,
I mean, but the fact you shut everybody up,
yeah, that's
like
what I'm
Falcon
saying.
shut everybody up.
Hey, wait,
deals are coming out. He's competent.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like, hey, he had to know. That's why he had to know.
When the portal started, he's like, "All right, everybody,
church ushers, nigga." Like,
that's why he had to know because he's sitting there talking. Everybody got revived.
Oh,
He's like, "All right, we got one chance for this.
Hey, everybody,
I don't need you to say shit."
That's why I said, like, when you think, you got to understand the exclusive that Falcon had. Because that mean he had already talked, he already had to be in Strange's ear, like, "Hey, so we finna get up out of here?" Like, all right, hey, I ain't gonna tell nobody yet. Like, I ain't gonna, like, but now that I know.
He like, "Hey, I got a whole
I'm gonna let you know how we gonna do it.
This finna kill the cat.
like, I ain't got no other plan but this. This is the only thing I can contribute to the plan.
Watch, Cap gonna love this shit. Watch. I got this.
Cap gonna love.
Nigga, hey, so boom, look.
All right, so boom.
We gonna get everybody on the left and the right over there. You know what I'm saying? Strange, you definitely could be in the middle. I mean, you put this shit together. You know what I'm saying? Like, you put it all together. Like, you a main nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? I would take your shit, but you know what I'm saying? But like,
but let me talk.
Yeah,
I got a whole spiel.
We gonna make sure everybody get their shot. We gonna make sure everybody get it round in this. You know what I'm saying? But to start it off though. Let me get this. I know Cap.
I know.
Like, I know a lot of you niggas know him, but I know him.
know
You know what I'm saying?
I'm day one with Cap.
And if y'all want to win this, he needs to hear me first. You know what I'm saying? If y'all want to win this when we come back, because we going to come back to some shit, he needs to hear me first. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need complete silence. Nigga, like, shut your mouth.
What if they was fucking shit up and he just heard that? Like, did they know that he was struggling?
Will like the hole like halfway open and the niggas got lies. Like, hey, put the hole back. Hold on. Y'all niggas ain't quiet enough yet.
So, hey, I hear talking to the right.
Yeah. He said it down the straight. He's like, nigga, I can't keep doing this. Like, hey, tell your people to be quiet then. Nigga, like,
you can't, you niggas, you
ain't got a power.
You can't do this shit.
Like, I feel like in the portal, he was all nigga. Like, we finna get out of here. Like, nigga, you all nigga. Like, I'm organized.
He arguing with Spider-Man because Spider-Man probably want to say shit to Tony. Right. Like, hey, no, this is my moment. I got this.
That's what he said. He like, no, I think Iron Man probably want to hear me. Like, we not worried about that nigga. Cap, like,
I gotta tell Cap on his left.
Yeah,
like, it gotta be the first thing he hears.
Like, what if they was kicking ass? Like, what if Thanos was really getting hands put to him, and then you're just hearing the audio? What the fuck is that?
Like, what if it didn't go that way?
Like, came back out, niggas already done, half we were done. You just walk out like,
hey, yo, Cap on your left. He's like, what? He on the floor.
Like, damn.
Wait, he do the Batman look like.
Nigga, that turn, nigga, that ugly dog.
Then we at the after party, we kicked Thanos ass.
Yeah,
what you almost?
On the left where? The bar? Nigga, like,
Oh shit!
like dog, yes, man. Like I can definitely see.
Dog.
Like now I can definitely like feel like him just definitely like. That's what I'm saying. The funniest part is like knowing that like Falcon would be like, look, I need all y'all to be quiet. And he like, all right, do your shit. And he get to like Dr. Stray get to doing this shit, open it up. And you hear niggas in the back like, yeah, nigga. He like, hey, close it back. We good. You niggas be quiet. Yeah, like,
cut.
like I was about to ready to say it, like, because everybody gotta get tired of him saying like on your left. So niggas getting ready, like, and you like. Close it back. I ain't ready to say on my left yet. I ain't ready to say it.
Look, I don't need nobody saying it with me.
Yeah.
We don't need a chorus going on your left.
It gotta be silent. He gotta hear me.
Out here just fight like, bro, I could like niggas like he orchestrated that whole shit.
Dog.
Niggas came out. He came out. He really sold. Like I said, he just dipped in. He was eavesdropping. You know how niggas eavesdrop. You know what I'm saying?
he had
did that
Strange
backwards
open a
throwback.
little.
So I heard you know what's going on already.
Hey, but you know what's funny too? Because you know when
Like-
you have the idea, you need somebody to hype you up. So he
Yeah.
probably told Rhodey. Rhodey's like, hell yeah. Hey, yeah, do that shit.
He's already, he heard like Falcon definitely heard it first. Like Strange probably was telling somebody else. So like the whole story break it down, and he kind of strolled back. So I heard you know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, so let me get all that detail. He went back like, hey, Rhodey, hey, fam. We actually gonna get up out of here. Like, we gonna get up out of here. Like,
Yeah. He's like,
you know what I'm saying?
he's like, you know what it'd be cool if I that's what he heard it. And then he told Rhodey like, we gonna get about. You know what'd be dope if I told Cap on your left because you know he telling the story and Rhodey's like, hell yeah, you should do that. You should go tell Strange that. He's like, I'm gonna go tell him that shit.
Because I mean, if you think about this realm of we thinking about, the only two niggas in that we know
No, three.
is it was three. Was it three that's back there?
T'Challa was there.
Yeah, so it's three.
But T'Challa, he would all his niggas. T'Challa, he would. Hey, don't start chanting.
He told T'Challa.
Because remember, I think wasn't they were second. I'm pretty sure.
No, T'Challa was second, but he didn't say anything.
But no, they came out chanting.
No, the chanting came out with my side.
But I thought because he was leading that. I thought.
No, he didn't lead that. It was family.
Oh, that's right. He just let the Dora Milaje.
Yeah.
That's right.
But then old boy came with that my side.
Oh, yeah. So T'Challa, I feel like it's
I feel like Falcon went to everybody. He knew all the niggas in the group. Like you could go around. Hey, get out of here.
But only one.
Get out of here.
But the only one person that hyped of Falcon up, I believe it was Rhodey. Because nobody else.
Right. T'Challa was probably like, I'm coming out. We're gonna just come out cool. We got.
Yeah.
T'Challa knew what it. T'Challa knew.
He told T'Challa, and T'Challa's like, we'll be ready. He's
Yeah.
like, that's it. Like, no, nigga, we better get out of here. Nigga, like,
T'Challa's like, no.
I'm running this. Nigga, we better get out of here. You don't want.
Hey, wait.
You don't want to part of this?
Falcon definitely took Dr. Strange like that. Nigga, I'm orchestrating it all. I got this. I'm doing it all.
He's like, I don't know how to speak to everybody. Like, I got you. Don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? Like he gave all the info, but of course Falcon ran it his way. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but he gave this all the info. You gonna pass everybody? Like, yeah, I can fight through everybody. And you know what I'm saying? He went through all the niggas first. Like, hey, bro, guess what?
Wait. And guess what? I'm getting niggas out of here.
Like he made he had the plan first. Like, nigga, we get out of here. Niggas like.
So niggas just follow
talking
my
strange
lead.
nigga like that ain't your plan, nigga. Like niggas knew like
And the only reason why he said no, because I'm gonna say on your left first, so that's part of the plan.
Yeah.
So y'all make sure y'all follow.
Be there.
Y'all make sure y'all follow that. It's a key part of the plan.
Niggas out here selling front row tickets. Like, bro, I want y'all to be in front of the line. You know what I'm saying? We gonna
I
cut
do
you
feel
in.
I do feel like the Wakanda people came before a lot of other people. Like the niggas coming out first.
Yeah, put him out there first, fam.
Dog,
I should have meant to grab some.
do you need some water? Dog, you is drink.
Dog, I'm
You guys water.
I got water. I need a paper towel though.
Oh, so I did want to let y'all shine because y'all was watching. What's the episode?
I'm shining.
Invincible.
Yeah, I'm shining.
Now I want y'all to talk about Invincible. y'all can spoil it. I haven't watched it yet. I'm gonna still watch it, but I wanted to talk about Invincible.
I like it a lot. I was telling Bacardi, I was FaceTime. I was doing like the watch party.
Am I shirt wet?
No, you good on the shirt. I was doing like the watch party thing. So I was watching it with somebody, and I was so high that so the way that they do their episodes, they'll have like 20 to 30 minutes of like just the show.
Yep.
And then he'll say something where like the end of the sentence is supposed to be invincible because that's the name of the show.
Yeah.
And he was like, yes, I can't believe I'm just, and then it just cut to the title thing. So I thought that was the end of the episode. Like Cardi told me he thought it was too. But like I'm watching obviously up into that, probably like 20 to 30 minutes in. And then I hit the girl I'm talking to. I'm like, hey, is that Jonah Jameson? And she start dying because she like, you just caught that? I'm high. Like,
yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like, so even for us to talk about this, we got to talk about the fact that Like I was saying, like me and Dij already was chilling here talking about Invincible coming out like, yesterday, like the other day, and we was like, we was just here chilling and working on some shit. And so I was like, when I got home, and Dij was like, "Hey, bro, like we was definitely up here indulging and having, you know what I'm saying, indulging in the greenery." So when we got home, it was like, he was like, "Hey, bro, like Invincible." Like I remember the message, like Invincible was on. And I said, "Oh shit, I'm about to watch this." But I'm high as like like I'm done. Like nigga, like I'm like, and I remember being so stuck watching it. And I was like, the first thing was like, they made Jay Jonathan. They made Jay Jonathan.
I was about to burp and I didn't want it to burp.
I'm like, yeah, that's on camera, nigga.
Yeah, well,
I'm like, they made Jay Jonah a superhero.
Dog.
Nigga, like, because, but I was like, what I tell the Diz though was like, that's how high I thought it was, because it wasn't about the voice. You visually see him first.
Look like Jay Jonah.
So you visually see him first. So what I thought I was so high was that because I saw Jay Jonah, that I was hearing him be Jay Jonah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, dog, I'm like, is Jay Jonah a superhero? Like,
I think subconsciously, I had to think like, fam, look like Jay Jonah. Cause I didn't even think about that at first. But like he said, I forgot what he said. It was something. But all I heard at the end of it is, and catch the Spider-Man. I'm like, what the fuck? Is that Jay Jonah? That was all I heard. I'm like, dog, why is Jay Jonah
like, that's what, like, I'm like, that's what, like, so cause I was thinking about, this is a Robert Kirkman show. So I'm like, bro, you didn't write Jay Jonathan as a superhero. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not possible that you really thought, like, that you'd watch Spider-Man, read Spider-Man comics, like, you know who should be a hero? That fucking Jay Jonathan.
Why not?
You know what I'm saying? Like that Jay Jameson or the Jay Jameson. Yeah. So I was like, but no.
The show, it's funny. I like it a lot.
I think it's really it's animated boys. If you think about The Boys, if it would have been an animated version of The Boys, it's a little bit. It elevated quickly.
Yeah, I was saying.
But if you think about The Boys, though, we kind of had the murder.
It has enough differences where like from what I've gathered, the entire superhero, like there was no entire superhero team that was like dark like The Boys. Like
yeah,
there's no.
I mean, even The Boys, like The Boys is really a ragtag group. Like The Boys is like.
But, Vault on The Boys.
Well, we're talking about the Vote group, like the actual like the Justice League hero group.
But and it was, what is that team? What was they called? The Fight Force. They was coming at them tough. Like the fight. So like they had like the major superhero team that was supposed to be like the Avengers. They were called like the global.
This called the
Global Guardians. Guardians of the Globe. So like they were the main who were supposed to be like Justice League. Yeah, supposed to be like Justice League. And then they had the team who was supposed to be basically Teen Titans. I don't know who Fight Force was supposed to be.
Yeah,
we never saw them, but they basically like the weak superheroes, because every time it's a joke, it be about them. Mm-hmm. And like at one point when they had the tryouts, they was like, that Fight Force there? Why don't they think to show up? Like,
yeah, like I mean, even when fan was talking like, so I mean, like I said, like so I mean, it just in a
maybe
like just in a small brief of the show, like of course, like this is actually like Robert Kirkman. This is Walking Dead, like the Walking Dead creators. This is another comic that they had during the Walking Dead time, so it's just as old as Walking Dead. Like just as old as that. It's not like a new show, or whatever. So like they just what they finally did is made it into an animated. You know what I'm saying? Instead of doing a Walking Dead live show, they just made an animated show. With it.
But like. I was gonna say.
No, I was gonna say, but it's like I was really trying to get. I was gonna get just like a gist of it. Like,
that's what I was about to start doing.
Like it was pretty much a.
From what I saw, it looked good.
Yeah, I mean,
it's basically just the story of a superhero. Like the main character, he's the son of a superhero who.
Oh, so that is the main character.
Yeah, the guy in the yellow.
Dude,
Invincible.
Okay.
He's the main character. Basically, his dad is called Omni-Man, who's like basically the greatest hero on Earth.
So he's which
is the whole super.
He's basically Superman.
He's the whole Superman story, like, from another planet.
Yeah, he's from another planet.
Like everybody else come here, like
and like what
they just made it safe. Like he said, we go to planets to preserve and help and protect planets.
And
so he chose to come to Earth as a super protector.
And like everybody knows this. He doesn't have a secret identity. Mm-hmm. Like everybody knows who is like his wife. She be killing me because like his son, like Invincible, he'll come in like, yeah, Dad's in a different dimension. She was like, oh, so he'll be late for dinner, okay, and just went about her life because it's like this is just she was like And then, like, she even said it. She was like, "Your dad was hurt. I've never seen anything hurt him. But he in a different dimension. That's like Tuesday."
Yeah, like
And
that's just a regular day. Like, and he treated it like that.
Yeah, he did. He came in like the
but
next scene.
and it was crazy because it was like in that same sense of like he just did be hospitalized.
Right.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
was like whatever, and it was like he's back recovered. We're not even fully recovered.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? He wasn't even fully recovered, but she was like, he's fine.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So like, it's a good show. I didn't think they were gonna show the first 3 episodes right away.
And especially in 3 hours. Like I don't
Yeah.
know. Like I don't know what they're doing with the show. Like I said, it's really
What is it on?
Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime.
Okay.
So it's like, and it's an all-star cast. It's a really good. I'm
For the voice actors that
I'm
are
gonna let you
yeah.
give out the cast names
Because it was
like
like the voice actor of who does Cyborg was in there.
Yeah.
Jonah Jameson's in there. Who else is in there?
So Steven Yeun, so that's Glenn from Walking Dead.
Yep.
He's in it.
Mark Hamill.
Mark Hamill's in it. Jason Mantzoukas is in it. Zazie Beetz is in it. Mahershala Ali, he had a part.
That's star-studded.
Star-studded is a bitch. Like, it had Seth was it Seth Rogen? Yeah, he had a part. But he's an executive producer, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
Dog, Seth Rogen is goating then.
Yeah, he goes.
Because remember, he's executive producer of The Boys.
I know that.
Which kind of might make sense.
I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah.
Which might make sense. He might have an overall comic book style deal with.
Yep. Seth Rogen.
Because it's him and this guy.
Yeah,
so he's really getting the good shit. He's just trying to find some good shit and getting people on.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm definitely got to make sure I watch
completely
everything.
unrelated. Did you see that him and Franco got a weed company out?
Mm-hmm.
They got a company out or a strain?
I think it's
I don't care about this company. I want to know if they got a strain.
I think it's a company who licensed the strain.
Fam. Ooh.
Let me go look.
That's bucket list. Let me smoke with Seth. That's bucket list. And just
Seth? Out of all the smokers?
No. But I mean, he's on my bucket list. Snoop is top. You know what I mean? Snoop top.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care if it's the one blunt and I pass out. It's like, I just smoke with Snoop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, but Snoop is top.
Yeah.
Like, Snoop top. But Seth is I feel like Seth is somebody I don't want to sit and smoke. Snoop, I would sit around and just smoke with him. Seth, I want to walk around and do shit with him and smoke. Yeah, like
you want to go on an adventure with Seth.
Yeah, I want to go I want to be like if I can get that cool, like just give me like a day of Seth. We just smoke, just like what we do today. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to.
I can see it. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Like
Yeah,
I want to
it's a company that got so they got a bunch of strains most likely because it's called Houseplant.
Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg. That's
his guy. Yeah,
that's his guy. Who did
Evan
The Boys.
Goldberg?
Yep.
I need to look into that strain. I wonder if they're gonna go.
Yeah, but yeah, that's also like they're the ones behind The Boys.
Are they supposed to be traded?
I haven't. It doesn't. I don't think so.
We should look into that.
You know I will.
Right. But where was we at on that?
We started talking about just like the creator because Seth Rogen.
We're talking about everybody.
Pretty much all his movies, it's always been with him. So collectively they both did Superbad, Pineapple Express, Green Hornet, The Watch, This Is the End, The Interview, Sausage Party, Neighbors 2, and then also The Boys.
Oh, so that's been his homie. That's really been his homie that they've been doing shit together.
That was supposed to be the whole thing, and This Is the End. Remember, they had the whole spoof for them. Like he felt like Seth Rogen was feeling like getting more popular, feeling like he was better than him. That was supposed to be the whole spoof in there.
That makes sense. So I mean, Seth Rogen is definitely he's definitely been like, to me, like people probably say he's like underrated, but I mean just as a regular like he's done to me he's actually has a nice collection of movies.
Yeah, I think he knew his wheelhouse and he was like, bro, I'm about to kill it. Yeah,
like you know what I'm saying? Like and he plays like whether he's still like smoking and trying to be a parent or trying to be like whatever he does, like he hasn't done nothing really serious to me, but I don't need him to. Mm-hmm. Like I need him to really like, to me he's like an everyman kind of character, like he's whatever, like you know what I'm saying, like he can be somebody that he's just somebody you talk to in a movie, like I need you to go see homeboy, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, like or he can be a main role in a movie. So like what
did you know Seth Rogen wrote on Bad Boys 2?
No, I didn't know that.
Wait, what? Say that again.
Uncredited writer, partial of Bad Boys 2. He wrote on there.
That mean Martin and Will fuck with him.
I could see that. You got to figure how many years you think the average like probably put in before they became big. We always hear those stories. Yeah. But it's a comedy. I can.
Yeah, because I mean that would have been Bad Boys 2 would have been
90.
It wouldn't have been as big. It wouldn't have been during the height of like Seth's career.
Yep,
so
and that could, you know what? I could see him if he like, because they said partial, so I could see him like writing that scene where the kid come to the door I could see that.
Yeah, it
matter of
could've
fact,
always been
that
and we
actually
wanted to
seems
bring-
like a Seth Rogen scene.
We wanted to bring you
with
in
Martin
for,
and Will.
We wanted to bring you in to help punch up a part.
I can see that.
Yep, I can see that because that scene. When you think about that scene and you think about Seth Rogen, that actually sounds like a Seth Rogen
that
scene.
fits. I wonder if he ever. I mean, I guess it's uncredited. So you really can you talk about it if it's uncredited?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah.
It's just uncredited to me. You just wasn't in the credits.
Yeah, it's in the credits for it. Yeah.
And so you might not. You may have got paid. You may not. He could have just did it as a favor.
No, you
to
don't
whoever.
know. It means you got paid. It's just uncredited.
Oh, okay.
Because like I said, so yeah.
Oh, yeah, I guess Mr. Actor would know.
Look at him. You're like, I don't know.
What you mean? I'm just a paid actor, and you know, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
What? Me?
I've only done a couple things where I was acting in. I don't know.
What are you talking about? I didn't post nothing about that. Me?
I didn't have on-set photos.
When did you find that out? Who told you?
Do your recommendation. Look at the recommendation.
Nigga said, niggas gave us facts. Nigga like, I got the book at home. I got the handbook at home, nigga. What you want to talk about? You know what I'm saying? I got the handbook, nigga.
Oh no! So a recommendation. I'll give mine. I recommend Invincible.
You got it. You can have it.
Like I said, the first 3 episodes are out. Pretty funny. Quick watch. I didn't feel like it wasn't anything or like the 3 hours drag. It's just wild because the intro don't happen until like 15, 20 minutes into the episode. But I mean, it just make you think like, damn, I watched 6 episodes? Hey.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely like, because what we didn't spend on is just talking about actually how graphic it is.
Yeah.
Dog, graphic as a bitch. You're right. We
That's
didn't talk about that.
That's what I was trying to get to. That we kept kind of like side, but it's like
It
that's what I was saying. Like it's a very boy. Like now we talked about like Seth being a part of it.
Bro,
it's a very. If you
where
watch
he
the
killed
boys,
fam, where he just like the boys.
I caught it when he grabbed his hand.
It was more graphic than the boys in the fact that the boys they'll do where it's just you squeezing his head, but it'll be quick.
It'll be a quick pop.
His was
Like,
you
it was
literally
a fight.
see him.
It was a fight
You literally
for
see him
me,
do like
nigga.
this,
Dog.
getting closer and like just squeezing
It
out
was a fight for me because that nigga was punching his chest.
Dog.
And I think it's the Flash punching Superman's chest trying to break him off. So it's like in our eyes we seeing it in slow, but it's really him.
Yeah.
Like his whole shirt ripping apart because he's like
He's
punching
so
the
quick
shit out of
doing
his chest trying to
it.
stop
And
him.
you
But he
literally
squeezing
see
this
his
nigga head.
You see his
And
hand
then
shaking and
then you
shit.
know this nigga hand and you punch him, it's just like
Yeah, he's still
slow,
hitting
just
it, but it's
slapping
like
I'm like, dog, you is killing this nigga,
Dog.
dog. Like it was like what it was to me was like when you see. It's what you thought Clark would have did to Flash when he caught him. When he looked at the nigga, like when he looked at the nigga, like that's how it felt because it was like, dog, that nigga was fighting for his life.
But it was essentially that. But except because remember, dude was catching him.
Yeah,
he would come in, catch him, be gone. Come in, catch him.
He was doing the
He
Flash
was doing
shit.
it. And at one point, like Bacardi said, he got that. He got it.
Dog, when he grabbed his arm, my heart, like again. High as a kite. You know what I'm saying? I was already, because like I said, the way, I really want to talk about this scene a little bit, because it's like, when it was like a distress, like, this definitely a spoiler alert if nobody watched it. So spoiler alert. But it's like end of the episode. That's why it made the first episode like clean.
Right.
Was that first episode?
That was first episode. That's how long the shit was. Because I thought it was the end of the season. I thought it was the end of the 3 episodes. I was like, when I watched it, I was like, this got to be the 3rd episode.
I thought it was in the second. That's right. In the second episode is when they announced it.
Yeah.
Dog.
Shit, nigga, like, you know what I'm saying? You really watched about 6 episodes.
Yes.
The way you watch it, you be like, bro, hold on, what part was this and that? Like, you really like you watched like 6 episodes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, but it was like, dog, when they all got caught, like I said,
when they all showed up.
Yeah, when they all showed up, like I said, everybody looks like Justice League. So the nigga of the team is Batman.
Right.
And so they
Basically
asked
so
him, hey, why you call us
like,
here?
you called us? He's like, no, I ain't call you. And they like, so who the fuck called us? And Flash get like that sense.
Yeah.
And he like runs to one of the niggas and like, it's like a slow motion push, but as he's pushed this nigga, you see Omni-Man coming like he's ready to take this nigga head off.
Like, and you see,
everybody like, what the fuck? Like, and from there it's like, hey, this nigga loose. Like
they even said at one point like he might be being controlled by somebody else, but hey, it's him or us.
It was like the red. It was like the really like the.
That was after he killed like 2 people too.
It was like the Superman shit when he went crazy.
Yeah.
It was like this nigga was like, but it was like, bro, I was so I wanted to do a meme. I wanted to stop everything I was doing and be like, dog, I need to talk about this on Twitter or something. This is wild. You said, but I was like, and I started rewinding it back, and I just kept watching it over like, we just gonna keep going because this got to get better than this. You gotta keep going. It gotta go higher. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, bro, like that, like. But I remember watching that ending scene and was like, yikes.
Dog, that scene, and then the other scene I like just because it was so funny was when the aliens. So in the second episode, obviously we're doing spoilers.
Yeah, we're doing spoilers.
In the second episode, there was an alien invasion. So the first time they come through,
that's how you learn about the Teen Titans.
Yeah, that's how you learn about the Teen Titans
or Teen.
And this is the first time that Invincible is basically trying to go out here and actually be a superhero. So he trying to fight the aliens. He frees up immediately. Yeah. And that's when the team comes in. They trying to handle stuff. They still kind of getting their ass kicked. Then all of a sudden the aliens just start like decomposing. And you like, what the hell is going on? They retreat. They retreat. Yeah, they was about to lose. Yeah, if the aliens didn't start decomposing, they was over.
Hey, I called that robot Captain Obvious because he was pissing me the fuck off.
Dog, when they retreated because they saw like 3 of their niggas decompose, they looked. They was like, oh shit! They start running back to the portal.
So my thing was like, how you do an invasion? Like, nigga, go back.
Right,
go back.
Right. Hey. And so then like 3 days later, they come back. And they like, hey, why they ain't decomposing? And he's like, oh, so they time move faster than ours. So it's been 3 days for us, but it's been decades for them. And you see like one of the niggas who got like a scar the first time, he got like a whole new fit. He bigger and shit. And now he the major leader and shit. Right. Like, dog, it was so funny.
It's like you got to see the growth of this alien colonization trying to take over Earth so bad.
But it was so funny because they wasn't about shit. Because the minute something went wrong, they was out.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like when they came in, that's what I said. Like you talking about when they came in the first time, and it was like, we don't know what to do with these niggas. And they like it was a struggle. And they just all of a sudden they just start dropping. And it was like the considered cyborg or Iron Man of the
he was definitely supposed to be like cyborg.
Analyzing. It was like they age faster when they get here. So it was like when they came this time, they was like, why they not aging?
Yeah, and he had like a wrist. They had like wristbands. So when those got snapped, they was like, oh fuck, retreat. Hey.
So it was definitely like, but it was causing so much chaos.
Dog.
Like, bro, I don't know what city in real life they supposed to be in.
I assume New York.
But nigga, when we talk about like
struggling.
how we talk about people living a life during invasions, that shit struggling. That place struggling.
Niggas was getting bro. The one dude.
Because I feel like they kept dropping in the same location.
It was definitely like by the harbor or some shit. Like, Nate, if you worked there, you should have retired the first time. I work from home.
Like by the second one, you be like, bro, y'all can't be serious. I
gotta come back to work tomorrow.
Yeah,
for real.
I quit. Because I'd be definitely arguing like, bro, we don't know when they come back.
Right.
I come back. I don't know what it's good. Like they like it here. I'm good.
They like it here.
So what's your recommendation?
Mine actually gonna be Snyder Cut. Snyder Cut. I mean, we ain't talk about it.
We want to do a rewind.
Yeah, we gonna do a rewind on it. But I mean, I'm not gonna drag on it either. But I just like it's like what I said about my post. I'm like, I actually like watching it. I would have sat the 4 hours. Mm-hmm. Like in the movie theater, nigga, I would have doubled up, ate food again, drank, been slapped. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're not wrong.
I think I really would have been like
I probably would.
Like if they would have gave us that literally first,
I would. Yep.
I would have indulged, and the fact that Endgame came out 3 and we accepted that, but that was later, so we had to get to 4 first.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, and we had to believe it. We had to believe it after everything he's giving us. Like,
do you think it would have really been 4 hours?
That's what I was talking to my guy
about. It probably would have been like 2. It would have been a condensed version. But
it might have been a 3.
It might have been 3. But the one thing about it is that the cyborg storyline wouldn't have been cut.
It wouldn't have been. Yeah, it wouldn't have been.
That was because Zack Snyder.
You know what? I want to drop my hot take now and then make them watch the rewind episode after y'all.
Mm-hmm. Because Zack Snyder went on and said that one of his biggest regrets is that he didn't start the Cyborg movie. He said, I didn't do it because I thought that was the obvious, like it was very obvious that his movie should have been next.
Yeah.
And they didn't do it. And so he was like, that was one of my biggest regrets.
They went to the Wonder Woman 84, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which makes
they went to Aquaman.
They went to Aquaman, which I actually really liked. I do have some
but we didn't need it. If we would have got the Cyborg movie,
we still would have needed eventually.
We would have looked forward to going more.
Yeah.
That would have really set the ground.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that would have set the ground. So we'd have looked forward to the Aquaman and everything. So Cyborg should have been the next one.
I mean, when you watch this one, it's very clear because, like I said, if you know anything about the Dark Side Wars and everything like that, everything with the Mother Box and everything, it's Cyborg. That is
his story.
It's literally his story. Yeah. So it's like to cut him out as much as he can.
It almost leads credence to what Fam was saying, like that, like
Yeah, I mean, it's like how would you make
it had no other reason,
which is why it didn't survive because the story don't make sense if you don't make the main.
Well,
person.
even with Steppenwolf. In the original,
I can talk about that all day.
But hold on,
I felt so bad for Fam at certain points.
In the original one, it was just Steppenwolf was evil. We didn't have the whole redemption of him having to
trying to get back.
Trying to get back.
It definitely changed because I was like, bro, I don't remember this nigga being.
Yes.
It wasn't that he was soft, but it was like,
bro, he wasn't.
The higher ups is really cheat on your ass.
Yeah, on your ass. You look at Steppenwolf like, damn, dog, you just a worker, bro.
Fam, the scene where he was like, he wanted to talk to Darkseid.
Yeah.
And the side was basically like, no, bro, they went back to him. He had the little frown. I was like, damn, bro, they could have let you talk to him. They could have let you talk to him. Like, they didn't have to do Fam like that. And I was
the amount of sadness they CGI'd on this nigga face. Like the amount of work hours you put in to make this nigga look sad.
such a pout.
It was so heartbroken.
I love the thing when they talk about the 50,000 more because I remember watching that scene like, bro, this nigga is dead. He's dead inside. He's dead inside.
I was real life. I watched it alone. I'm real life told this man, bro, I ain't have to do Fam like that. Like, no, he could have talked to Darkseid for like 5 minutes.
I really like my thing is like I really got to get more interactive with social media because like when those moments like when I saw his like the face we were talking about, I paused it for so long and laughed for so long. Like, bro, why are they doing?
Now you want to know the part that I laughed at the loudest? Dog, when they gave Darkseid the business, the first
dog,
he got hands and feet and elbows and kneecaps on that nigga.
I was watching it like I just thought to let that nigga out there. Like, bro, we can all go home and end all this shit.
That nigga was like, oh shit. Hey, when he got shot through the shoulder, that nigga was like, oh shit.
Bro, I saw somebody say they carried him out like Paul Pierce.
Bro,
hey, the look
when
of
they dragged that nigga, bro.
That nigga was like, he was like, oh shit.
Like
that's that when you had too much to drink, your niggas gotta take you over, bro. I don't know what
that nigga was like, oh my god, I'm about to go. I'm like, that nigga was done. That nigga fell out. Like I was like, am I like real shit? Because I was like, I don't know if I was talking to somebody else about it or whatever, but I was like, bro. The nigga dragging him, I'd have been like, boy, look at this whole ass. Like you nigga don't like you niggas already, so now you gotta bring this nigga back. Like, nigga, I done been talking plenty cash shit in this
I was like, when I was watching, I'm like, I don't remember him getting his ass kicked like that. Like, this kid was in the original. I don't remember this shit. I'd have had too many jokes.
That was a different story. Like, when I saw that scene in the beginning, I'm like, bro, I don't remember this. Like, they had... Like,
they gave them hands.
Like, this nigga really just came back because he really like.
Bro, I saw a meme that was like, fam, he got his ass beat so badly.
I need to get my get back.
No, but it wasn't. He didn't even remember. He got his ass beat so badly. He didn't remember the planet.
Yeah, he couldn't remember the planet.
Like,
they whooped the planet out of.
Hey, I just saw that meme.
I just saw that
meme. When they sitting with that, like, hold on, nigga. What threw me off though, because I feel like in the picture it looked like Thanos was actually holding something.
Yeah.
So I thought it said like ale, like a drink, like you left your like you got your ass beat so bad you left your ale. And I'm like, oh wait, no, it's the A, like the. I'm like,
they said he got his ass beat so bad he forgot the planet. I was like, dog.
Like, nigga, you been to Earth already. That mean you been here already. We not here for your shit. Like, you been here already. You come back again and nigga like, hey, the alien here. He like, oh shit, is it? You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know that. Like,
no, he been looking for that planet. He forgot, and he been looking for that planet ever since. Like, no, I gotta get my get back. I done destroyed so many planets, so many universes, but until I find this one planet,
he's only it changed the whole motive. Like he's only destroying planets because he don't know where the planet that he gotta get his shit back on.
He in the gym. I'm telling you, though, he in the gym. Like, nigga, I can't wait till I get back to these niggas.
He don't want to get his ass. He's sending niggas down there first. Like. Hey, go down there and tell me who down there. Like, hey,
who on there?
Yeah,
who on there?
Like, that's like that. It weakens him so much to me now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got your ass whooped.
And I also didn't realize. I don't remember in the comics his chest being that caved in for the Omega.
Well, he didn't have. Well, he doesn't have any armor.
I know, but it's like I feel like we must have saw him in the comics. I don't remember.
I can't remember. Well, no, because
he got hands put on.
They caved in his chest.
That shit ain't go back.
Outside of the armor, we only seen him with like the tank. He always had like a tank top on.
So you never see his.
We never really
chest.
see him cave like bare chested.
Bro, because that's
his war wound.
That
nigga.
bothered me though.
That's his war wound.
I'm like, fam, Darkseid chest.
That nigga be in the bed like, who the fuck did this? Can't remember some shit, nigga. Just rubbing this shit. Who the fuck did this to me?
Like, that Omega sign bothered me so much. I'm like, man, why is this so caved in? Do this nigga got long?
Like, how you wake up and nigga got a wound that you don't know where it came from. And when niggas tell you like you a whole motherfucking lie, nigga, ain't no way we went on Earth, nigga. Hey,
what the fuck is Earth?
Yeah, Earth, nigga, like
Earth?
No, or the fact that you think Earth so weak and he don't remember, like no, Earth got in your ass, nigga. Like,
fam, they
like,
called
no,
that
we
one
went to Earth.
parademon.
Like,
They was like, hey, he the first movie villain, like the first movie henchman actually do right. The one parademon that shot Flash.
Fam, I love that shit. Fam, I was so, when I saw the nigga wiggling, I was like, don't tell me this nigga finna catch him.
Claw his ass.
Don't do that.
He
Don't do that.
He the
You know what I'm saying?
first. He the first literally movie henchman to do something right.
I was so mad that he got the win and it was immediately taken by Batman. Like, immediately taken by Batman.
Hey, but
like, I want the nigga needs to be like,
that's another thing.
Like,
in the Snyderverse, they definitely. So I remember when we first watched Justice League, y'all talked about how Batman was human as fuck.
Yeah.
But in Snyderverse, they made him cold as a bitch. Like, that whole car
And he was
scene.
still kind of human.
No, that
the
whole car
I feel like
scene.
was still in there. I feel like
It was human, but it showed like.
No, I ain't said he was. I ain't said
It
he
showed
was
the
fucking shit
balls,
up.
like how like that, like
But-
that. nigga.
but it also-
But that was in the first Justice League.
No,
it
in the
was
first
also-
Justice League, they made him kind of.
It was also when he said when the Flash National also what's your power, he was like, oh, I'm rich. It Snyderverse really showed what he meant.
Oh, yeah,
like, hey,
yeah.
this is what money can buy you. Because
Yeah.
he was doing shit regular as a bitch. But it's like, yeah, I could see somebody who got tons of money getting the training to be able to do that. Like,
But I mean, I was like, I still feel like he was human as a bitch when Superman came back because that was always the scene to me. In the whole Justice League movie, the human part was when he saw Clark again.
No.
he made everybody look human.
Yeah,
as a
when
bitch.
Superman came back, they made him OP as fuck in both comebacks. When he first came back and when he showed up to fight Steppenwolf. It made
Hey, the
Superman.
Steppenwolf come back. I ain't gonna lie, I got hyped.
No, I'm saying they made Superman look
super.
super OP. Like it was just like, damn, dog. He like niggas was struggling with Steppenwolf, and Superman came and beat that nigga ass.
Bro,
ASAP.
with the not impressed, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Like,
Yeah, he definitely came in on some Thor hammer shit. They tried to give a Thor hammer.
That was definitely,
They tried to
yeah.
have a Thor hammer on.
Yeah.
Which,
All right.
which, when I saw him hit the outfit, I'm like, okay, I'm ready for it. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, wait, no. Before I get to my recommendation, my last hot take, and I said it online.
Oh wait, I didn't get my hot take. I
You wanna
forgot.
give your hot
Yeah,
take
yeah.
on
Let me do
that.
mine
Go
first.
ahead.
My last hot take, and I said it online, but I was like, everybody was clowning Martian Manhunter. They said that he sat out for Doomsday, and he sat out for Steppenwolf, and it popped up like, hey yo, if y'all need me, holla at me. And my hot take is like, in this world of clout, who are you going to remember? Are you going to remember the nigga that decked out fucking Doomsday and Steppenwolf, or are you going to remember the nigga that decked out Darkseid? You gonna remember the nigga that decked out Darkseid, because that's the big bad. And I was like, Martian Manhunter, let that nigga cook. He want the clout. He like, nah, that ain't big enough. I want to be the nigga that decked out the big nigga.
Yeah, he came and he did. Like I think the fact that he popped up, he was like, oh, y'all got Superman back. Good looking.
Oh, what?
Like, that's what I felt the way Birdman hair rub. Superman back.
Say, ooh,
Superman back.
I ain't gotta be the lead.
Like,
Okay.
I think he was ready to jump in.
Yeah.
Oh, but he like, ooh, y'all got that nigga killed. Shit. Like the fact that he plays like I feel like he's like, ooh, shit, y'all killing niggas. Like,
And then he's like,
y'all
wait.
not ready.
Then
And he was ready to step in
and
as Justice League. He's like, oh shit, wait, that Clark. All right, that's Clark.
And then he know the big bad. He's like, oh shit, that nigga's gonna remember this Darkseid war though. All right, I gotta be on that one. Let me go tell Batman I'm here. Hey yo, bro, I'm here, cuz if you need me, just hit me up, cuz. You know what I'm saying?
He gonna tell them niggas the truth. Like that. He gonna tell Clark the truth. Like them niggas got you killed, fam. You know what I'm saying? Like I was on the sidelines. I watched it all.
I
on
saw
tape.
everything. No,
I watched it all on
They
tape.
brought you back. That's why I'm here. Because I'm like, we ain't gonna let that shit happen no more. But yes, nigga, they got you killed. Like you remember his car came back. Like, I don't know why I'm here, but I'm here. Like, oh, I'm gonna tell you ass why you here. Hey, like man, they go with me. Like I'm gonna tell you ass why you here.
What was your hot take?
So my hot take with it is, I love the movie. I love the Snyder Cut and everything. The way it stands right now, I don't think we should have got it.
You standing on that because we're not getting nothing else.
And I feel like it's a waste.
Okay.
I feel like it's a waste. Like now,
I don't think it's a waste.
I think it's a waste because now, every time we see a movie, people are already doing it with the Suicide Squad. Now, every time something doesn't go the way that you think it's gonna go, you're just gonna be like, oh, well,
Give it a
release the
director's
director's cut.
cut.
It's like this. What if this is the director's cut? Now it takes away from your enjoyment and everything because you're gonna watch it with the lens of, well, I bet they fucked this up in the director's cut. It's better.
And you want to know what's fucked up? What gives that credence? Not only the Snyder Cut, we take it back to Sonic. Both of those movies, the fans drove like, no, we need something different. And both of them was more successful.
They definitely.
And that's what I'm saying. So they're going to
But
go.
no, I think
so like that gives. I'm saying that gives more credence to the story.
It's going to be like what we get like the director's cut DVDs and shit like that.
I don't
they're
think
going to make it a movie thing now. Like instead of you getting that 200 extra hours of content that was on the DVD, we're gonna make another fucking movie. See that.
Well,
I think it's going to take away from your enjoyment of every other
because
film.
Pretty much you're gonna question every film.
Yeah, you're gonna literally
you're gonna question.
But I mean,
like,
that's what they,
if something's good, you're gonna be like, all right, cool, it's good. But if it sucks, you're gonna be like, I want the director.
I feel like even if it's good, you're still gonna be like, I wonder how much better this could have been.
Like, what did they take out?
Yeah,
like, what did they leave out?
It's gonna always be that. What did they take out?
I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you think about real director's cuts back in the days, like it would be like black and white shit that they didn't finish.
Yeah, it was never like a whole fucking new film.
If you think about Justice League, because even like when I talked to I didn't watch it, I didn't get the DVD, but it's like the DVD of Justice League had bonus content, and fan was like, I was talking to my guy Marcus, he was like, a lot of that is somewhat in it, but they enhanced it and did more to it.
They did recoloring to it. They added new effects to this.
So it's like it's really what you would get in a director's cut. Yeah. And it's like now it's like we're just gonna just edit it, and make it another movie.
Yeah.
So it's like now you really, instead of you getting like now I think we're gonna get to a point where the movies where it's like you're gonna get a movie, and then we got to extend it in case you really want to sit for 4 or 5 hours. This is the truly set out.
Yeah. And like movie. That part will be fine, but I don't see that happening immediately. Where Suicide Squad 2, if somebody doesn't like it, they're gonna. Well, what was James Gunn's vision?
Yeah,
and it's
but
like
I mean, they're advertising this. Like what we are getting a change for is the movies are now like because even James Gunn's Suicide Squad trailer is like promoted as like from the beautiful mind of James Gunn. Yeah, so it's like niggas is getting the directors getting their clout.
They trying to let you know like we ain't taking shit out of this. We ain't tapping. This is his whole.
Like the directors like they trying to get like the directors getting their DJ shit now. Like
but also I feel like they had to go extra hard with the James Gunn because James Gunn. I mean he's James Gunn. That was a bad
huge win.
Yeah, so like, but I feel like
to get to him, that was a huge win.
Yeah, but I feel like that's what they're doing. Like they're like now we're gonna get to an era of like getting into the director's mind. Like you want to get the whole director's like idea of what this movie would be or like whatever. Like it's gonna be like where we were. Because we're really changing that, though. Because we don't care about the actors. We like, nigga, I want the director to give us the best, like, his best version. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, we're going to get into an era where it's like, the directors are like, well, we need you to do this movie. Because everybody seems to fucking like you. We don't give a fuck who we cast. But everybody wants a director to do this kind of
But I'd rather that. It's good because my whole thing is that when I watch stuff, I don't really care about like who's the actor, because it could be a no-name person, but if they can portray the character that they're supposed to be in a good light, I'm okay with it.
Because I mean, that still runs with the director making sure that it runs in that way. So I mean, so whether we watching a show in their version of it, it's like you want to believe. Like that's the thing.
That's why the gift and curse of Marvel is Marvel lucked up and they was able to cast celebrities that people know and characters that people know, right? So it's like so they was able to get known enough names like, oh, we're gonna get Robert Downey Jr. And remember, people still was like, nah, like when it first happened, but then it's like now you can't see Robert Downey Jr. They was like, oh, we're gonna get Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury, and people kind of was like, but now Nick Fury, Samuel, they were able to get big enough names, but for the most part, it's really not the names, but like Marvel, they like Marvel Cinematic Universe is an anomaly. There's never going to be another studio like them. Yeah. Because they had the characters and they had celeb status and they were just able to match it perfectly where now when we think of these characters, we see these actors and it's like, wow, like that's not always going to happen.
You know what? In a sense, it also still kind of like that's really what it's always been though. Because I mean, if you think about it, like a Tim Burton film, but a lot of that was still also very star driven. Yeah. There were certain directors. Sure, you're right. Yeah. But a lot of it was very star driven. So I mean, if you think about it in the Snyder version, like in the Snyder world of it, like I said, like I think that we're getting back to that whole like we're gonna give the directors like that's their vision. Like you know what I'm saying? Like because that's what I'm saying. Like when you think about even like I said when we were talking about Batman earlier, like the Tim Burton Batman Returns, niggas like that's too much. So this nigga now he's doing animated shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I gave y'all the movie, and y'all don't even like this nigga eating fish. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And Tim Burton's like I said, I'm still stand on that hill. Tim Burton gave us the best version of Gotham out of any
his
Batman.
Gotham was disgusting.
That's what it's
That's what God's supposed to be. What are you talking
Chicago.
about? Look, when you think about every,
I mean, they say Gotham was Chicago.
when you think about,
They said it was New York still.
no, they say Gotham was Chicago.
yeah, well, yeah.
I thought it was always still New York.
That's what
Metropolis is
always
New
made it
York.
funny about the Batman.
I thought
No, that's
they
what
both
always made it funny about the
I
Batman vs. Metropolis, the Batman vs. Superman movie, because
Yeah.
it was like, nigga, how is he that close to Superman?
Yeah.
And
That
Gotham
makes
was
sense.
to be like in
I didn't-
Chicago.
Yeah.
I always thought like Gotham was just like the shitty versions of New York.
But,
Like, Metropolis is
but
the
like I
theater
said, when you
parts.
think about like, 'cause, like as much as I love Dark Knights and everything, that Gotham didn't seem like Gotham to me.
Yeah.
It seemed like a regular
But
ass.
that's what made, I think
I
that's
don't know,
the
man.
difference
In
too.
Dark Knight
But that's the
Rises,
difference too,
Bane was putting Gotham through hell. That seemed like a Gotham.
No, that just seemed like a
the
nigga that
difference
took
is,
over a
though,
city.
The difference of what it was though, like Tim Burton's Gotham was already created. We gonna definitely tell him we gotta get the fuck off this.
Yeah.
You know
We
what I'm saying?
definitely
But I
gotta.
want to say this because this is definitely how I view it. Like, and because I'm a really big Tim Burton
Yeah.
fan. So Tim Burton's Gotham is literally the mind of every psychotic maniac, any villain that you will see in Gotham.
Yep.
What made like the Bane and all them Batmans is because we saw pure Gotham being terrorized by one villain, like taking down all of the.
Because like
when you saw Penguin and all that in Batman Returns, it's like this nigga just part of Gotham.
Yeah,
Like, this
yeah.
is
Because that's
what
the
it
thing.
is.
So to add to that, in the Dark Knights and everything like that, like,
Yeah.
and with Bane, like I can't imagine a Poison Ivy in there or
Yeah.
Mr. Freeze in there or
That's
you know,
fair.
like but in Tim Burton's any character you throw in there, I'm
Any
like, oh yeah, that makes sense.
Like,
I
if
get.
they would have gave Tim Burton the crown to run it, we would have got the best of every villain that we ever wanted. Like, and I think we would have got everything that we wanted.
I don't know if that Joker would have been better than Dark Knight Joker.
A Tim Burton Joker?
I don't know. That was a hell of a.
No, I think so because here's the thing.
Because Tim Burton didn't do the first Batman. Who did the first Batman? We gotta get.
Because you got to think that who would have played Joker then.
Well, even then, because here's the thing.
We're also we're gonna get way too.
I know.
Yeah.
Just one last thing on this, because I 100% believe that in this dark world where we're at, if Jim Carrey was to do a new version of the Riddler, it would be amazing. In a dark, because I feel
a darker Riddler.
And
But that's what I'm saying. Tim Burton would give you the darker.
Yeah.
because that's what I'm saying. Like,
'Cause remember, back
I'm
then-
trying to explain,
back then it was supposed to be
People try to
campy.
say the Dark Knight was dark, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
It was pretty much like it was like. It
I
was
don't
a
think the
shock
Dark
to
Knight was-
Gotham. Like what we
I don't
saw,
think the Dark Knight
what we
was
saw
dark.
of Dark Knight though was like seeing Gotham as like actually a hope. Like everything is fine.
Yep.
And just destruction coming
Out of
where
nowhere.
Even Batman don't know what the fuck to do. Like he don't know what to do with the Joker. He don't know what to do with the fuck with Bane. Like nigga, what the fuck are you niggas? Like where like the Batman Returns. Like even though we only got Catwoman and Penguin out of it. It just felt like, nigga, the people in the city was nasty.
Yep.
The politicians, everybody was trash.
trash.
Nigga, like, they
That's
were
fair.
trash. So it's like, you made it seem like Gotham was like, Batman was in that movie, like, I gotta clean up everybody. Like,
yeah,
everybody.
and that's and
Like,
that's what I want,
fair.
and that's
I
how I
bet
want my
movie
Batman.
probably if that exact movie would have came out today, it would have did better.
oh, yeah, this time?
yeah.
It definitely did better, yeah.
So let me get to my recommendation. I actually got two.
Ooh, that was a long tangent.
Yeah, that
It was
a
a
lot.
long
Bro, we
tangent.
hit long tangents on both recommendations.
We did.
Hey, whatever.
Mine ain't gonna have no tangents.
Yeah, all right, you say that now. Niggas
No, it's not. No, it's not. Because
Make up some shit.
so my first one is pitch meetings. I've been posting it to you guys. I don't know if y'all be watching them when I be posting them.
No,
No.
my dad be watching them. Though.
You watch pitch
Pitch
meetings?
meetings?
Yeah, he be
I
watching
fucking
that.
love pitch meetings. So it's pretty much a
It's
guy.
from Screen Rant, ain't it?
Yeah, Screen Rant.
Yeah, he
so
be
it's this
watching
guy.
those.
It's pretty much kind of like Honest Trailers, but he's a guy pitching a movie to somebody. So it always starts with like the studio. Like, so you got a movie for me? He's like, yes, sir, I certainly do. And then he pitched one of the
Yeah.
movies, like whether it's Spider-Man, Batman.
Oh, he's pitching a real
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah, he pitching a real movie, but he's pointing out like so when he's telling the stories, the guy who's telling the movie, he's asking him questions, and so he's like, but why would he do that? He's like, so the movie can happen. It's just like very sarcastic and shit like that, hilarious.
Yeah.
So pitch me in.
I saw
for
a couple
sure
of them. They
is
are
one.
funny.
My second one is going to be catch up on our DC world. The reason why. Shout out to Supreme Dreams. Shout out to Mark Phillips. They have a show coming out on HBO now that Issa Rae's doing. So that show rap shit that she's doing with the City Girls, Mark Phillips is a part of it, and RDC
Yeah, I
is
heard
a part
about
of it.
that, yeah.
Oh, that's dope. I
So,
did not hear that.
Like, so here's the thing: the Black Nerds is killing it. King Vader with his Netflix shit.
Yeah, Netflix,
RDC World with HBO.
I just saw him post about he had audition for a main character in Nickelodeon.
Like, so it's like
voice acting.
dope. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? So like catch up on them now, because you know what I'm saying?
Black Geeks is
Yeah, cause like said, by y'all gonna see them on some shit, and y'all gonna be like, damn, I ain't even know, like they got a whole like with the anime house. That shit has hilarious.
Anime House be
Anime
killing.
House is
Yeah,
fucking
Anime House, man.
hilarious. They've been doing this thing right now. It's like when you like RPC, like if RPC was a real life game, like if you was real life.
Dog, when they just did one where it was like when black people come to pitch movie ideas.
Yep.
Dog, that one had
Yeah,
me.
I didn't watch it, but I saw that one pop
Man, it was funny. Like,
His LeBron James skits that he be
Yeah,
doing,
LeBron, he be-
those shit be hilarious. Like, yeah, man, catch up on them right now, man. Like, because like they about to do some
yeah,
really,
that's
really
what's
dope
up.
shit.
I didn't know they had the
Yeah.
HBO. Mm-hmm. Dog, they videos be funny.
Funny as shit, man. And then always the OG recommendations, man. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube page, youtube.com/Geekset. Make sure you catch up and go to our website, GeeksetPodcast.com. Check out all our past episodes. Check out the Geekset Rewind, before we start that new season. Catch up on all the one-on-one with Deuces. Make sure you go to our shop, check out all the merch that we got going. One of the best ways to support us is also sign up to our Patreon. You're going to get exclusive content. You get access to our Discord. Make sure you sign up to that Discord. That is our hub. That is the place where a lot of people get first dates, things, first exclusive things. When we drop, we did drop, a playlist. Damn, I forgot to drop the playlist today, but I'm gonna do it tomorrow.
Oh yeah, we got with
Yeah.
Piccolo.
Yeah, we got the big
and then-
Piccolo vibes, but they, the Discord and the Patreon, they got that 3 weeks before we dropped it. So it's like you get that exclusive content. The Discord, like I said, it's just full of geeks. You know what I'm saying? Just we go crazy over hip hop, anime, video games, everything. We share memes and everything like that. It is a dope place to get, and check that out. And then always, man, this is the only podcast that blend hip hop culture and geek culture together. And we are out.
Peace.